All right, you guys, here we are for another night of Scientology audits. So let's really find out what in the hell's going on at the Celebrity Center International, where they've been getting away with recruiting all manner of celebrities, all manner of people, um, and where, historical fact, this is where Danny Masterson's crimes were laundered. So they do have a laundering facility inside of these hotels. Because again, for all of you who are wondering if this place is a hotel, you better believe it's a hotel. You better believe it. That's what the fact is. It's a hotel where people can come in. It's a hotel where people can stay. It's a hotel where people can, including but not limited to, get paid to launder felonies. And here is the bar where Danny Masterson used to, you know, do a few things for himself. So this was a hangout spot that was very much frequented by Danny Masterson and his buddies, all manner of buddies. Danny Masterson's house, you guys, was just up the street that way. The house that he did sell for himself, by the way, for millions and millions, that the house that he used to be able to, you know, do his thing, you know, do his thing, pay his expensive attorneys to help him do nothing, to help him definitely get the little bit of justice that we apparently did get. Oh, hi guys. Hi Kay. Hi Nancy. Hello chat. So good to see you. Oh, look it. It's Easy Q. Easy Q. Easy Q. Easy Quick. Oh, look, you guys. Scientology has a message. Aw. Isn't that so sweet, you guys? The way to happiness. Precept number 2, be temperate. The way to happiness, Scientology, don't child traffic kids. You should be very happy if you don't traffic kids. So why don't you practice what y'all preach about be temperate and, just stop trafficking kids? I mean, that would just be good enough for all of us. If y'all just stop trafficking the kids, we will stop auditing the streets.
Yeah, going on.
Where's everyone else?
Jess is in the car. Chris, he's on the scooter ride real quick.
Oh, good. Okay.
And right now we're just waiting for any of them to pop out.
Well, they don't want to come out. What did you think of the Way to Happiness announcement?
They have that one right there, and they got one in the front. I forgot what the first one says. I think it says keep calm or something like that.
Keep what?
Keep calm or something.
Keep calm?
I think it says like that.
We're calm. We'll calm AF. Which front?
The
But
front over there.
oh, okay. Yeah, so this is where all the peons enter. Okay, you guys, this is peon entryway to peon parking lot. So don't think the people that drive through here are the peons. If y'all want to know where the actual celebrities are, what the actual celebrities get to have their special secret way, this is not great that you get to pay for a hotel where you really get told that you're very, very special and that you can just go through here. Aha! Special parking for the special people that get to go through here and go, shh, okay, Let me come get interrogated. Let me go tell you what felonies I've committed for which I have not been arrested for. Let me really tell you um, how I want to float my needle. And definitely let's show everyone how private property, parishioners, and invited guests only. So this is by invite only. So behold the haunted house of horrors. This disgusting hotel that has been here operating in Los Angeles with full blown impunity, with full blown reckless disregard for the law under the guise that a 501c exemption of taxes has allowed them to cancel out the Constitution. Isn't that great, you guys? That all you have to do is write a literal thing here that says parishioners, and all of a sudden, everyone is a parishioner. All of a sudden, have you committed a felony for which you have not been arrested for, which is part of every single person that wants to come get serviced here. They have to do an A to J check. So make sure you guys understand what an A to J check, and I'm gonna find it for y'all and put it on my community tab so y'all can see that the literal questions couldn't be more incriminating if they literally tried. So we got a lot of palm trees. We got a lot of, you know, nice grounds, all being kept up by the gardeners that they did hire last time we came here, where, our our first ever protest, you guys, was exactly here, where people get told that they are very, very special. People get told that they are above the law because the law doesn't apply. As soon as you get a 501c exemption, you can just be reckless. You can just be like, let's make slavery great again. Let's just, you know, grab ourselves a few slaves, grab ourselves a few people that we're really going to call volunteers. Oh, look, 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 look. Easy, easy. Look, dead giveaway when they're wearing masks, you guys. Who's walking around with masks right now? Who? Who's walking around with masks? What are they hiding? It's like, oh yeah, you're really worried about COVID, I'm sure. You really are worried about COVID, right, sir? You're walking around by yourself, worried about COVID. Like, like really, really.
Why does somebody tonight debate? Ask them, you Scientologists? Oh, no, no, no. Later on, you just see them running into the building.
Well, because
Not as
it's a bad
suspicious.
day to be in a cult. It's a bad day to be part and associated with these people, especially when they're getting scrutiny that they've never get used to because they used to have their little lap doggies that they can call the LAPD. Hi, LAPD. We really want to have lap dog service. This was my first protest I ever did here.
At this building right
Yeah, and we did it with Eat Predators, which is another channel that does protests.
here?
She brought security with her, one guy. Within seconds of arriving, they had this entire place covered with LAPD.
Yeah. Damn.
The guy was handcuffed. The guy was put into a car. Da 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 da. Da. And then he did have a GUN, but he was security, and he had all,
Yeah, yeah. Hit the paperwork.
he had
for it and stuff.
everything like that. I mean, and you
Right
don't
now,
even want to know how many GUNs they have in there.
Damn.
Because
They probably, I'm pretty sure they have a lot.
no, they're literally armed to the teeth. They love
Really?
GUNs.
Damn.
Scientologists love GUNs. Have you seen the whole saga that's going on with Danny Masterson?
Mm-mm.
So Danny Masterson was ordered to turn in his GUNs,
Yeah.
and as part of the whole criminal case, which is
Yeah.
standard. Well, he ended up not turning them in.
Right.
He ended up giving them to his brother and to all these other friends that transported them across state lines to Oregon. They tried to hide it, and the whole court case came up, and then you know, some kind of technicality came up, and it's like, wait, where's his GUNs? Where's the GUNs?
All of a sudden gone, huh?
All of a sudden gone, and all of a sudden they're in a lot of more trouble now, because he was, I think he had like over 20, and then they were also like illegally modified.
Oh, okay.
So not only were there just GUNs that you're allowed to have, but they were
Yeah, mods on there,
illegal
stuff like that.
modified GUNs. And, you know, a lot of these people here really love the idea that they really can protect themselves and all of that, which is
Yeah.
fine. Protect yourself. Everyone's entitled to it, but don't be doing illegal.
Exaggerated and stuff, huh?
It's like, why? Like,
Yeah.
you're saving the world. You're
Right
the
now,
most.
me and Chris just got searched by 2 cops because they said that there was shots fired around the building.
They came. LAPD came. All right, LAPD. Let's do
And
this
they came and did that. And they searched
real
us, like,
quick.
let me search y'all real quick. Make sure you guys are not having
So
any weapons.
searched by the LAPD. Okay, LAPD, let's do your job again for y'all. This is becoming one of y'all's favorite part of the stream, and easy. You should start doing this too.
What?
Search yourself before you get in here, so these assholes can come and search us. Here, LAPD, I'm sure you're watching our stream. Let's really show everybody. All right? So yeah, here you go, guys. Here you go, LAPD. Let's really see. Okay, so here it is. Here you go. Nothing over here. Nothing over there. You get that, LAPD? You get that? Let's really check over here. You know, we don't have any thingies like Patrick was allowed to be taking out of his pocket, that man that beat up with a cane one of our peaceful protesters. So nothing over here. Nothing over here, LAPD. Fucking assholes. Nothing here. Let's make sure that the shoes, nothing inside a shoe. What about the other one, LAPD? Maybe the other one has a shoe. No? Nothing's coming out of there either? So apparently we're clean. Okay? Nothing here. Nothing here. Nothing here. Let's search the bag. Let's search the bag, LAPD. Let's search it. Let's see. Oh, look. Nothing in there. Oh, look. It's a Prada bag inside a Prada bag, LAPD. Right? So there's nothing here. Just another bag. You know, not bags of knives like y'all pull out of what's his face.
Yeah, Patrick Perry.
You know? It's candy. Is candy illegal, LAPD? Do we really do something with this? Candy, a wallet, right here, LAPD, look. Check it out. So don't come with your BS. Here we thought the LAPD was actually getting their shit together. So Karen Bass, rein your MF LAPD. Stop playing dumb, Karen Bass. This is you. This is your city. This is your unhinged LAPD. But don't worry, we will all search ourselves going forward so we can continue documenting for y'all the fact that we're here to exercise our MF rights. And y'all are here to intimidate us. So let the record show. Is there anything there? Anything here? Oh, you guys, I was in such a good mood until I found out that the LAPD is up to their stupidity and corruption. Leadership at the LAPD. Where the F are y'all? Because the fish stinks from the top, the literal top. So hope I can be in the street. Hope you idiots don't come and search jack shit. Because you know what? We got the receipts to prove how corrupt y'all are at the LA MFPD. So, taking it back, you guys, yesterday they didn't send a little cop car to really go check on us. And, you know, they did a little wave and they did a little, oh yeah, we did put up a little statement for ourselves that we really want to get a public, what is it, a public affairs investigation, whatever in the hell, internal affairs at the LAPD. Another scam, LAPD, because that's what it's called, right? Like, let's do a real internal affairs. Let's take a year to not take any questions about all of this gross corruption that everyone in whole of Los Angeles is watching, LAPD. So
It said that the police scanner says that someone here with a weapon is
they're coming again?
They said he's wearing a blue long jacket.
You're kidding.
No, I just heard it.
Oh, hell no. You. Okay, caught, you guys. I was literally caught by Jess. I was like, what? I just literally stripped myself. Like, I literally just. No, we're. Well, in their press, this is really bad for them because they need people coming in and out of this building. You know, so if they're not coming in and out, it's not good.
I have a good spot though, so I mean, they can't really walk out without me seeing. Do you think they're gonna come after?
Well, they have to come out at some point. They have to be coming out of somewhere. I mean, unless they moved everyone that does courses here to a secret location that we don't know.
None of the secret locations.
And I mean, I think you guys have been all over the hell today, literally, like Pasadena, Compton. I mean, but I mean, this has been the pattern now that we see, right? They always shut it off. Like by the time we sort of get there, they're already kind of like expecting.
Yesterday they were saying the person, some like woman came with her daughter, and she was saying that she was watching the screen, and that they were over there watching the screen while they were sitting there, and that like 10 minutes before I pulled up, they saw them like bumming out with all the things to cover the building, you know, inside the windows, and then I went up, whenever I'm filming inside, there was one guy with a, you know, sitting at the desk, and I started filming him, I'm like, hi, I want to come in for a tour, scattered out there, didn't show his face again, so I was like, that's hilarious.
It is hilarious. It is hilarious. And it is hilarious that the LAPD keeps showing up. Did you get frisked too? Or no?
I'm like, wow, they were so concerned that someone has a gun or whatever, but like they didn't bother with me. So they didn't even check his bag. That's on him. They just literally walked up to him.
Why? Like, it just makes no sense, you guys. Like, it's just the LAPD, who wasn't even anyone we even cared about. We were here about the Scientology scam. We're not here about the LAPD scam, leadership of the LAPD. So why are y'all so pressed to become part of the audit? Y'all weren't being audited. There's people that already do that for y'all. Like, there's people that literally dedicate themselves to audit just the LAPD. We are not those people. So get that through your thick head, leadership at the LAPD. We are not here to audit the LAPD. We're here to audit these people. But apparently, y'all are...
As you hear a police siren again.
I mean, what in the literal hell? What in the literal living hell, you guys? It's been hours, I know. Come out, wherever you are. We want to see the duckies. We want to see quack, 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 and more quackery.
Where the buses used to come out, it's still
Literally, I mean, and how are they moving all these people? Like, that's what I don't understand. I think that Maybe they're just buying other places that they don't tell anybody about now. And they've emptied out their actual buildings. Jesus Christ.
Literally search, huh?
Duck hunting, you guys. We put our duck hunter hat on.
Nice.
But we're hunting with questions, LAPD. So chill the F out already.
Yep.
Chill the F out. Leadership at the LAPD. Where in the hell are y'all? I mean, imagine that they start a so-called internal affairs thing to launder their image real quick, and they get caught in their own scam so fast because they are informed citizens now that understand that, you know, this whole let's really get internal affairs involved. It's just a little technicality for them to go like, oh, we can't answer any questions. We're really investigating. We really investigate a lot of things at the LAPD. So at the LAPD, you can call them if you are in that building, and they'll come and pat you down and frisk you and do all manner of obtrusive, intrusive, disgusting things.
Yep.
But, you know, God forbid we're asking questions on a public sidewalk. God forbid your homeboys here that do, breaking news, LAPD leadership, grab kids that are underage, as if we already don't have that on tape from literally all the test center examples. Literally of all the kids that have come to us and told us, oh yeah, you know, they come and grab me and I was there for 3 hours and they wouldn't let me go and they really were pushing the book on me. So leadership at the LAPD that is so pressed to really protect the religious, whatever in the hell it is that you're buying as a pitch. Open up that book, Dianetics. I know you get told that as soon as somebody says religion, you're going to go, my critical thinking skills cannot work because I really have to buy a pitch. And as long as ecclesiastical is brought up, all of y'all's critical thinking skills just go into complete freeze mode. Well, just check it out for yourself, leadership at the LAPD, and explain to us in what world can an indicted convicted felon, meaning L. Ron Hubbard, type on a little typewriter that 7-year-old little girls should be totally okay with getting kissed by grown men, and that if they have a problem with it, if they have an adverse reaction, is because something in their reactive mind is getting activated, and that the problem is not the disgusting felon committing a felony. The problem is of that underage child. So by all means, leadership at the LAPD, advice. Y'all are protecting this. Y'all didn't want to read the book. Y'all really want to get a fruit basket. These people have won the LAPD by fruit baskets. You guys, when I was at the Florida location, they would tell us every week, oh, you guys, look, we're going to prepare this basket for the LAPD. And kid you literally not, they would be asking for donations from the staff members. Can y'all pitch in with $1? Oh, just $1. Just $1. I mean, meanwhile, $47 on a good week is what we got paid, you guys. But you know, on a not good week, it was like, oh, y'all didn't make enough money. Y'all didn't make your quota. Y'all didn't make $2 million. So guess what? Half pay this week for all of you.
Wow.
And if it was like week after week that we didn't make the money, guess what? You're not getting paid this week. Since you're all volunteers this week, we just don't have it in the budget to pay y'all. But, you know, we have it in the budget to just, you know, keep the buildings open, because where's all those monies going? You know, never mind that, again, even on the crashed weeks where we got the most in trouble, I remember like 1 week we made like $600,000. Our heads were on pikes. And that's what L. Ron Hubbard said. To get ethics in, you have to put a head on a pike. So the staff meeting that Thursday, which is every Thursday. Today, what is it, Thursday?
Yeah, Thursday, yeah.
So on a day like today, you guys, these people, every week is the exact same thing. Every Thursday, there's a staff meeting.
Is it here?
Every org has their own internal staff meeting.
The Celebrity Center considered an org?
Yeah.
Oh.
So Celebrity Center is one org. ASHO, which is where the disgusting lion is another one. AOLA, the one where they do the Xenu stuff, that's another one. Continental Liaison Office, where all the security guards, I mean, the security guards are getting their asses handed to them because, again, no matter how hard they try, they cannot get rid of the questions on the street.
Yeah.
And it's really that simple. So tonight is staff meeting. What time is it? Around? Oh no, it's already happening. That's why they're not coming out.
Oh, sure. What time do you think it ends?
And staff meetings usually end around midnight or 12:30. On a bad week, it might go up to 1 a.m. And you know, if we're here and they don't want us to see them,
Yeah, they're gonna wait even longer.
well, they're gonna wait even longer. I mean,
Fine.
you guys, imagine the power dynamic imbalance here is such that these people have no way of deciding for themselves. They get told, y'all just stay here, you know, write letters. They'll put you to do busy work. Like, don't think that they're just sitting there chilling, drinking coffee, having fun, having conversations. No. So since there's protesters outside, you guys, we're gonna really win by writing letters to everybody in our mailing list and tell them Scientology is so wonderful. Why haven't you answered any of our letters for the last 30 years? I mean, so every day is a horrible day to be stuck inside of these hotels, especially LAPD leadership, because minors are implicated.
Yep.
So by all means, make it make sense how the literal people that are here, the concerned citizens that we are, the concerned citizens that are not here to do anything other than ask these questions. And yes, Scientologists do not like being asked questions. It's only good when they are auditing others. It's only good when they are laundering felonies for others, because this is breaking news for all of you guys. This is where Danny Masterson's crimes, self-admitted criminal activity that he paid to have throw a little tide, wishy-washy. Oh, look, all of a sudden, you floated a needle. All of a sudden, the self-admitted felony you just discussed, who in the hell gives an F about the LAPD when you can come in here, discuss your felonies, admit them, have them video recorded, have them transcribed, have everyone find out about it internally inside the hotel. And then all of a sudden, the LAPD could not be more useless or pathetic. So, and before anyone of leadership of LAPD goes, oh, but yeah, the Catholic Church also is allowed to what? To ask people to self-incriminate? Because we didn't grow up in the Catholic Church, but last we checked on the Bible, there is no literal question that says, ask the person if they've committed a felony. That's not what it says. You're supposed to confess, relieve your consciousness, speak in whatever way, twisted way you want. Father, I feel I'm not doing my best and I really did something and my child is a child of God and I should have really protected her innocence. Okay, yeah, great. So in the name of the Mother, go sing Virgin Marys and that's it. So plausible deniability, shout out to the Catholic Church that has that level of plausible deniability. Not these people. These people are asking leading self-incriminating questions. Video recording, that's called literally blackmail. That's called what Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine were doing and getting away with. That's called, it's the same business model, idiot leadership at the LAPD. Mayor Karen Bass that is hosting this shit. Mayor Karen Bass that told everyone, oh yeah, you guys, I was next to Jeffrey and Ghislaine, I mean David Miscavige, but oh, I didn't know anything back then. Oh, I lost my BP nomination over this, but I was so clueless. Oh, I really want to help the community. And what? Then she calls Mike Rinder. Hi, can you really help me launder my image? I know you laundered it for Scientology the whole many decades you were there doing publicity for L. Ron Hubbard. And then all of a sudden everyone bought the pitch from Karen Bass that she was really clueless and she cannot rein in her LAPD. That's how ineffective Karen Bass as a mayor is in this city. Rein your LAPD, the MF back Karen Bass. Talk to your chief of police that's about to quit on y'all all of a sudden because there's other controversies going on, because there's all manner of other internal affairs BS going on, you guys. So this is not the only place where Mayor Karen Bass is a complete corrupt, nowhere to be found politician with -0 critical thinking skills for herself, -0 doing anything to help the community. So I'm glad she got the little nomination. I'm glad that Los Angeles literally selected a woman that was so tone deaf that she really did share a stage with David M.F. Miscavige. So by all means, Karen Bass and all your staff, by all means, Karen Bass and all your little minions that you have at the mayor's office. I mean, in what world can you really play dumb? Like, what? You don't have anyone that can watch live streams of how many already literal months of receipts, literal months of shit that don't make sense. It's like, when is enough gonna be enough? Never. Apparently, never. Because, you know, this Jeffrey Epstein, Ghislaine Maxwell operation on steroids happening in this hotel is not being reined back in. It's not like the Palm Beach people that really did get told, oh, you know, there's all these, you know, little teenagers going into this massage mansion and doing all manner of stuff. They're getting paid $200 to do massages to Jeffrey and his buddies. Well, guess what? These people don't pay the teenagers nothing. They expect the teenagers to do the massages. It's called nerve assist, Karen Bass, and just watch the little things, because they have a whole body scan where you're supposed to be touching and massaging when you do a nerve assist. So don't play dumb. Don't tell us that a massage to an adult inside of a hotel room like this is a religious experience that minor is having for their damn selves. Literally take your literal head out of your you-know-what, because that is what the hell it's called. And your leadership at the LAPD could not be more corrupt, still harassing us, still coming here, still taking false reports, still showing a pattern of systemic, institutionalized corruption, all thanks to the leadership at the LAPD. The cops that show up here are minions. They get told to do this. They get told to do that. As if the leadership of the LAPD wouldn't be like, no, you can't be doing that. We're getting fried on live streams. We're getting fried. As all of Los Angeles is checking in, shout out to the 662 of y'all that are watching here, and shout out to the 161 that are watching here. So, yeah, we're keeping things quiet AF. You should be thanking us that all of these 663 people on his live stream and the 160 people that are on mine right now aren't here. Because that would be a little problem for the LAPD. Imagine the type of unhingement they would deploy if they're so pressed about us here that literally...
On Friday, they pulled out their batons, remember?
Friday pulling out the
Officer
batons.
Rivera,
Yeah, because they really
Rivera
want to...
pulled it out.
They really want to show this narrative that doesn't exist, Karen Bass. That's what in the hell it's called. You're literally trying to prop up a narrative that does not exist, because you listen to the calls of these people saying, oh my God, POMDs, oh my God, we're really gonna... As if he didn't get detained for that false accusation already. We have it all on tape. Check it back. Check it back, because all your BS is being live streamed, you idiots. You total dinosaurs. You don't know how live streaming works, apparently.
Yeah.
You literally are like, oh, well, I guess if we just put up a statement for ourselves, our PR office, like you said, the PR office of OSA and Scientology and the LAPD should all be in a hole. Because y'all can be more useless, more pathetic, more willing to abuse your power in front of hundreds of thousands of people. As all of these streams are getting more picked up, as all of these streams are getting more widespread awareness. And yeah, I'm sure that, you know, even Karen Bass, I mean, I thought it was only Scientology that could have called TikTok, but it's all manner of LAPD that could go, oh, TikTok, as if you don't have the biggest office in Culver City, TikTok.
Yeah, for sure. That's facts.
So how are these? Oh, shut it off, shut off that account. I mean,
Because anything LAPD exposing on TikTok just doesn't blow up.
and since this started blowing up, they're like, nope, don't let it blow up. Nope, groom everyone that their First Amendment right is just a pathetic blah, blah, blah. We have a constitution in this country. You really can do whatever. Please, miss us with that BS. We have the receipts to show y'all that you cannot peacefully protest, that you cannot ask questions on a public goddamn street, that there's no one here from the corporate media doing jack shit because they've all been kneecapped by people like Karen Bass. They've all been kneecapped by people that work in OSA, running ops to go step one, give them a fruit basket. Step two, find out what type of blackmail we can really pull on them to really compromise them. This is a Russian KGB modern operation. Find out how much information of the KGB L. Ron Hubbard blabbed about in his hundreds and millions of lectures about compromat, the Russians, communism, as if this man is not running a disgusting, unhinged cell of radicalized, communistic, spiritual, whatever in the hell. And again, if they were just about themselves, you guys, we wouldn't give a shred of an F. Because I think that the awareness has spread that you cannot babysit adults. You cannot tell what they can do. You cannot lure them out of the hotel. They don't want it. It's called they consent. It's called they put their money where their literal mouth is. Every paid member of these hotels wants to be inside. They don't want to be outside. They don't want to not be part of that little group. I mean, the Australian guy that you guys interviewed, yelling, screaming, getting all worked up. Chill. Chill. You can't take the questions because they pretend that we are the ones with the problem. We are the ones that don't understand. We are the ones, I mean, yeah, you don't get the type of benefits that they get inside of these hotels. Because again, the narrative has been everybody in these hotels is just a complete and utter abuse victim that everyone should come to a rescue of. And it's just not how it works. That's just not how real life works, you guys. So we are asking questions. We're allowed to ask questions. We're allowed to peacefully protest. We're allowed to interview people on a sidewalk. No one is stalking them to their house. No one's going to where they live. No one's going to anywhere else other than public spaces. So get that through your thick head. Leadership at the LAPD. Corrupt AF leadership at the LAPD. So all the other LAPD officers, this is conversation that's not for y'all. If y'all are minions, if y'all will do the bidding, if y'all will literally show up here and intimidate us, we know that that's because you're getting ordered to do that, because that's how these places work, you guys. Just like in Scientology, all these peons do whatever in the hell the leadership tells them. And because the leadership acts real confident, and because the leadership is tyrannical AF, they become minions. They become, oh, I can't really talk back because, you know, the sergeant's going to yell at me. The sergeant's going to scream at me. So you think that really just David Miscavige is the only one that screams and yells at people? No. So all of these places are just a scourge, as if they think that, you know, putting a way to happiness thing, because you said they changed the whole thing about they're not inviting people to their free acting class anymore.
They used to have the sign right there.
So it's gone. The free acting class sign that was there, you guys, gone with the literal wind.
They have a paramilitary branch too, no?
The whole thing is paramilitary, right? Like we had ranks, you guys. As a child, I think I got up to the bottom of the barrel is called swamper. Then your petty officer, what was it? Petty officer 1, 2, and 3 or something. I forget. And then you had a little thing here that they put in your uniform. They got rid of the military uniforms, you guys, because they couldn't keep up the stupidity, right? Yeah. So they're like, oh, let's just make you look like waitress, flight attendants, wannabe. Let's really blend in some more because it's causing us
they weren't always wear it with that outfit?
Oh no, this is a recent thing. I wore the disgusting military uniform when I was there. And then they did change it in Florida because again, it was coming up. you know, when Lisa McPherson was happening, they also did what they did with the when they send them to MacArthur Park, they put you in civies. Okay, so they make you drill like a civilian. That's what they call it. Oh, you guys, today y'all are gonna wear civies because the protesters are finding you. And as long as we blend in and look real, like not idiots, then everyone's gonna really buy the pitch from us to buy this book. But even that has backfired. Even that they can't hide from. So apparently everyone is fooled in the LAPD, but the citizens of Los Angeles aren't getting fooled anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, people are waking up.
People are waking the fuck up.
Do you think the people in there are questioning the...
No.
No?
They're doubling down, they're tripling down, they're feeling attacked, they're saying, oh, the people outside are so unhinged, they are so clueless, they don't know the type of perks that we get in here. They don't know how great it is to be part of these hotels. They haven't bought their membership, they haven't been audited. If you only knew, if you only got audited, then you would really understand it. And again, it's like, how are you really understanding shit? By actually getting implicated. Because you're getting groomed. So all of these people have been groomed. All of these people have been told that a book from a convicted, indicted felon, L. Ron Hubbard, is all you need to shred the Constitution. All you need is a convicted, indicted felon typing a few words on a piece of paper, and all of a sudden, the Constitution is nowhere to be found inside of the hotels. As if y'all cannot see that everything is guarded, that everything is literally no one come in. There's no transparency, is what in the hell is called. If you haven't been an invited guest, as if they don't even have that over there, you guys. The thing over there says only parishioners and invited guests can come in. So again, like every time you see them, that's why you see them sneer at you and see you like you're so gross and disgusting and stupid, right?
Yeah.
But you guess who else was sneering at people when they got caught in the act, you guys? And Google it for yourself, because it's Charles Manson's people. Okay, when they were being brought to court, when they were being confronted on their felonies, they were ha ha ha, he, y'all are dumb, y'all are stupid. We have this special secret that Charles Manson told us. Charles Manson, a disciple of L. Ron Hubbard. Charles Manson that thought, gee, this guy is too much even for me. So imagine the type of deranged people that are in there that don't think like that.
Man? Sorry, have a good night.
See, LAPD, the community wants these people out of here. The only ones that don't want them out of here is y'all. Because apparently, I mean, you know, it's a great way for y'all to outsource, including but not limited to crimes, right? Like it was done with Danny Masterson. Because these people have you on speed dial to call you about all manner of stuff. And how many times have they called you for self-admitted felonies, LAPD? Is this how the courts are now sending all the cases that they don't want over here, pay for it, get a little tax write-off from the IRS? Because again, you guys, this whole narrative about like, poor people, they're paying so much money. They're getting a tax write-off. They're literally getting a tax write-off. Get that through your thick skull. Like 501cs do that all the time. They literally a way for rich millionaire people to hide their income and to get other type of perks under the guise that they really want to help the world and I'm donating and aren't I such a good humanitarian. I mean, I saw that you guys found Nancy Cartwright back in the day where the ducks were coming out, and Nancy Cartwright, shout out to you and my own literal sister, Monica Gill, working for you, another child that grew up in Scientology that has no shred of degree to do what she does. But you know what? She does get a lot of perks working for the top celebrities. Why? Because she's hot. Why? Because she's attractive. Why? Because she's a raging bitch. That's how they like you there. Be a total raging, you out ethics, you blah blah, yeah. It's called power trips from hell. That's what L. Ron Hubbard loves to see his proteges. Like, be so powerful, be so ethical, yell at people, like, put their ethics in. Like,
why do you think David Miscavige became the next leader? He took it, or?
David Miscavige was a child trafficking kid that was literally, since he was a kid, was unhinged by his own father that already called him out for it. Ruthless is the name of the book of the father. But, you know, we're also calling out the father, you guys, because David Miscavige's father, that disgusting father, trafficked David as a child. As a 16-year-old, he sent him from New Jersey to California, to the hands of this unhinged, disgusting, convicted felon that was in the business of grabbing kids. Shelly Miscavige, the same. So the top leadership of these hotels are two child trafficking victims that didn't go to school, that have no degrees, that have nothing. They just have the convicted, indicted felons rhetoric that they really did memorize and they really did buy. Like, oh, aren't I so great to be so powerful and unhinged and, you know, live it up with the celebrities and all the people that we get into these hotels, because that's what this place is. It's a network of people helping each other, rubbing each other's backs, donating kids, letting each other have their way with their kids. Oh yeah, I sent my kid in there. Oh, did you get audited by my kid? Oh yeah, he's been in the CIRC for 5 years. He's a highly trained auditor. That's how my parents would pitch me to their friends. Oh, we couldn't be more proud of our 12-year-old child that's a class 4 auditor. Isn't he so special? Can you believe that he's only 12 and he's already, you know, in there locking himself up with adults, being made responsible for finding out about every last shred of perversion they had. And before anybody wants to say, oh, Serge, but it wasn't just all about sexual perversion, then why in the hell would we get in trouble if somebody had a sexual perversion and we didn't find out about it? Because that would be great for Monique Yingling and her little attorney, Robert E. Mangle, to start typing a pitch about how that is such a wonderful religious protected activity to have minors in charge of finding out, transcribing, recording, interrogating adults, making them admit that they've done disgusting things. And adults pay for that. So again, before you think, but everyone's so brainwashed. So is everyone that was part of Jeffrey and Jelaine's ring also so brainwashed? What's the difference? These people call themselves a church. Those people call themselves a dinner party invitation that is very exclusive. Jelaine and Jeffrey were running what is happening at this hotel. Celebrities, influencers, top people. That's all it took for everyone to be like, well, if Bill Gates is here living it up with Jeffrey, then he must be super vetted. That's these people. Well, if Tom Cruise is living it up here, then everything must be okay. Then it cannot be a scam. Because, yeah, if Elizabeth Moss is here, then that's great. If Nancy Cartwright is here, then that's great. If all of these celebrities are involved, then they couldn't be more endorsed. They couldn't be more part of the problem, is what it's called, you guys. Sorry I can't read your chats or your questions, you guys, but let me see if I'm actually being able to read here. Kids cannot consent. That is our point, Cameron Bass. That is on point leadership at the LAPD. Kids cannot consent. No one's here to rescue adults. No one's here to intervene with whatever in the hell they want to do. Nobody owes them that. If somebody is dragged out of their mind in the middle of the street as an adult and wants to self-destruct, yeah, we can have compassion and sympathy and hope that they don't self-destruct, but adults need to take their own steps to show us that they want to actually change. Because it doesn't just work with like, oh, society owes it to me that I really need to be rescued. But imagine if those adults are handing out crack to their kids. Then what? Then what? If adults are handing the drug to their child, children's brains aren't developed. These people purport that kids are adults. So they're all feeding the crack of L. Ron Hubbard to their kids. And all of a sudden, kids were so horrifically disassociated, induced into complete and utter disassociation, you guys, because the intellectual abuse at that age, when you're not consenting, when you're not even understanding what in the hell is going on.
Serge, what time do you think they're going to come out?
Well, again, it's like they're on staff meetings, so midnight, And again, this is crisis management right now for them. And right now, the David Miscavige and OSA and the top tier leadership of Scientology is, remember, you guys, they have full ownership of these people. So they can leave them there till 5 a.m. If we stay here, oh, you guys are going to just stay here all night because they're still out there.
You think they're gonna let them sleep inside?
I mean, they never did that with us, but they've never been audited like this. So, again, depending on how unhinged, deranged, and delusional the power trip is of this week, that's what's going to happen. Like whatever the top leadership said is what everyone is just following like blind sheep, because no one at the bottom pole can cross order, is what it's called, you guys. Cross order. Don't cross order an executive. So if you don't have the rank to say, well, you know what? Who cares? There's people auditing us outside. We audit people every day. We ask unhinged questions. They're asking normal questions. Okay, we'll just let everyone out. Okay, so what? They got us on tape. Who cares? No one cares. Well, they care. Because all this is brand. They have a brand that they want to protect. And the idiots, like you said, that should be in the hole right now, everyone at OSA should be in a literal hole, because they don't understand that there is no PR BS that you can throw at this to make it all go away.
Yeah. So you think they could be here till like 5 in the morning?
I mean, I was out till 3 a.m. last night, and they, the streets were empty. I was like, when did these people get here? They never got in. I don't know what's going on. The buses are not running anymore. They're, tunneling everyone underneath. I mean, they have the means, the square footage, and the crisis manager operation 24/7. They're running crisis management 24 literal 7. And the fact that the LAPD thing happened, the fact that their relationship is getting compromised with those little friends after decades and decades and decades of compromising it. I mean, it's either the LAPD leadership are complete bumbling idiots.
Oh, anything crazy happening? Not yet.
You know what? They're hiding. The duckies are hiding right now. They don't want to come out.
No, where are they gonna come out yet? Not yet?
They don't want to. They're in a staff meeting right now. They're doing their staff meeting. Every Thursday, a staff meeting. They discuss all the bad things that happened during the week. So since they had a fake arrest this week, they're telling everyone what happened, telling everyone, we're getting attacked, you guys. We really are pressed. Like, the community is attacking us. And meanwhile, we're just asking questions and live streaming.
You're asking questions.
Well, we're literally just asking questions to the people that tune into our live streams, right? Because that's all it is. Like, we're not even allowed to ask them questions. They don't answer any questions. They pretend they're celebrities and cover themselves up like that.
Do you think they're real?
What's up?
Are they real?
Real what? Well, I grew up in this thing as a child. So, I mean, I was a real person, but we were being trafficked. That's what it's called. Yeah. Cheers. All right, chat. I did go and ask some questions and said some stuff.
I'll wait all night.
Well, like I was telling these kids, right now is staff meeting. So how it works is they gather, I mean, here they probably have about 250 to maybe 300 staff members, because they have the hotel staff, the maids, the cleaners, the people that have to keep up the hotel, and they only do hotel duties. Even though they have the billion-year contract, it's just a full-blown hotel. And then they have the people that deliver the stuff. So then they gather them all around in a big auditorium, and they go, they all stand up when Dave Pettit that's the name of the guy that runs this hotel. He's been running it for decades. So Dave Pettit comes in, and all the ducks come up and they stand up. And he goes, good evening. And everybody goes, good evening, sir. Okay. HCO, flaps and handlings. And that means flaps is problems that happen in the week, because everything is run Thursday to Thursday. So Thursday at 2 o'clock to Thursday at 2 o'clock, they're counting the statistics. So when the Thursday at 2 o'clock ends at 2 o'clock, and I mean, obviously that, for example, the testing center, statistics crashed because why? They cannot sell anymore. So that's what they're getting in trouble for, right? But so they just line them up, flaps and handlings, and then ethics, which is the HCO Division 1, they have to stand up and be like, well, sir, there was a flap this week because there was, like, let's say a security guard, let's say like the guy that was caught on tape talking about Danny Masterson. There was a security guard at the testing center that spoke to one of the protesters and admitted that, you know, Danny Masterson. There's movement, come on.
Woo! Look at the Scientology.
Look at their face, you guys. They're young kid out.
Scientologist right there. 8
Three ducks.
They got 3 of them.
All right, let's pack it up.
Back it up.
Pack it up. Come on, let's pack it up. Pretty slick,
Well,
eh?
and see, they're pressed about that because these people are paying members and they're pressed that they're getting inconvenience. Like, this is what they absolutely hate. Like, because the staff members, they can get away with it, right? Because the staff members, they're just already own them. But the people that are paying, that's who they like to treat like royalty and very special and be very like that. Never mind that none of those people were special, because you saw the type of cars they walked out of. Those shitty cars, Peons. This is the Peon parking lot. That is the celebrity special people parking lot. So these people,
This is for the nobodies.
this is just the Peons come out of here and the celebrities come out of there.
Oh, the underground one?
Yeah.
The underground is celebrities.
Yeah. VIP parking only. You have to be vetted, you have to be on the list, you have to be approved, you have to be part of the president's office. You know, shout out to the president's office who may or may not have called TikTok to cancel your account. So, but yeah, so then, you know, that's what they're discussing right now. Like, this guy in security was caught admitting that, you know, oh, not all religions are perfect. Even it happens to the best of us, right? But it's like, again, no religion is implicated in monetizing, laundering the self-admitted felonies. That's the difference. Like, the Catholic Church doesn't say pay us toward the self-admitted felony. Let's transcribe it. Let's write it all down. Let's send it around to people that have no legal background whatsoever to be opining about self-admitted felonies, because that's really what the atrocity is here. You know, it's like practicing law without a license. Like, in what world was I doing that at 12 years old? I didn't know. Like, they just said it was a felony. I mean, I knew it was a crime, and they made me clear the word. I knew that a felony was a crime, but we were told that it was legit for us to float it on the machine. Because, oh my God, as soon as the machine went like this with the needle, magically all of that just vanished. You know, and that's really what the problem is here. Like, this legal malpractice AF taking place inside of a hotel that it isn't a religion. It's just not. Like, it's just not.
So, who do you think is more upset? The people paying or the people running it that were here?
Well, the people that are running
Oh,
it,
I got
oh,
Is that a Scientologist? You are who?
an Uber.
Are you a Scientologist? I thought that was a Scientologist. Oh, well, not. I like that right there.
The Uber driver's like, why is there paparazzi?
I'm your Uber driver.
It's all for you, sir. It's all for you.
You're famous now.
Can I have an autograph?
Ciao, ciao.
Would you like to join Scientology? Oh, so we were saying, who do you think is more upset? Them, the parishioners, or the staff?
Well, again, right, the parishioners are goo goo gagas. They're treated like little babies. They're treated very special. Like, the pressure is not on them. They're the ones that are paying. So they're the ones that are inconvenienced. They're the ones that, oh, I don't want to go to course because I couldn't get out.
Yeah.
You know, and then these people have to be like, oh no, because we're expending so much, that's why they're out there, right? So, but meanwhile, the ones that are getting severe trouble, the ones that are washing bathrooms with muriatic acid, are the people that deliver the stuff to them. So the people that are on staff are the slaves. The people that write it off of their taxes, because again, it's like, Scientology costs too much. It's a tax write-off. You're not paying for nothing. You're literally, paying to become part of this. It's like, oh, my Soho House membership is a tax write-off. Like, how?
Right.
No, he's weird.
Because when I was in San Diego, they wouldn't come out until I walked around the corner, and I came back and I saw like 2 of them running out, but they were parishioners. So do you think they're telling him like, hey, don't go outside yet, there's a SP out there?
Oh, there's a whole briefing that the PR office of OSA has already put down. We're being attacked, you guys, in this magical year of expansion, because that's always the pitch. As soon as they're expanding, they say the suppressives come because they can't stand people going free.
Yeah.
And I mean, it sounds so ridiculous and dumb and infantile, but that's what this whole place is. It's a bunch of adults.
Is that LAPD?
No. PTSD. CPTSD. So, again, it's like the pitch to them is always like, we're being attacked. We're always in the right. We've done nothing wrong. We couldn't be more legit what we do in these hotels.
Yeah.
Never mind that no one can come in and do an inspection or go inside and see what they do. Because if you're not groomed, then you're going to go and be like, what the hell is this? What the hell is that? And if you're not there to buy the pitch, then they don't want you there. Because they only want people that are going to be about that culture.
So they get mad if you listen to their spiel and don't buy anything.
What's that?
Like, let's just say I go in, I took the personality test, I watched the free movie, I'm super interested, and I'm there for like 8 hours, and I'm like, you know what, I actually don't have any money, I can't buy anything. Would they get mad? Or...
Well, I think you guys have already actually called it out pretty well. There is no such thing, you guys. They'll go into your boundaries and go, well, let me see your credit card. Oh, can we get your credit card increased? Oh, we have great connections at the credit card companies. Let's call the credit card and be like, we have a connection there already that they always up the credit for our members. They actually got in a lot of trouble, and you guys can Google this, the blue wave chase. So they were doing this with Chase credit cards. They were just jacking up everyone's credit up so they could literally put like $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 with people that had no way of paying that, but they had connections there. So they jacked up all these prices, and then people were just defaulting on all these loans. And then eventually it became a big problem. But then again, eventually it all got washed up because Scientology had the money. And they were literally now paying, this has never been done ever, right? But to quash the PR flap, they started paying people's credit cards. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Pay it up. Like, just pay it up. Oh, no, here, Chase. No, never mind. We paid it.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, it's like they have unlimited cash. They don't even know what in the hell to do with all that cash.
Really?
So there's all manner of ways that they've just helped themselves. And I mean, again, screw people over. But again, it's like they were there as adults. That, for kids, usually, I mean, maybe they charge cards of parents. And again, that sucks. But again, that's on them to figure it out. They can get themselves an attorney and have an advocate that they can pay to advocate for those problems. That's what's being said. That's why this is a child issue, not an adult issue. If it was about adults, then they can get their own advocate. That's what it's called. Like, you're getting scammed, go get an advocate. You got scammed, great. Like, when are you and I gonna be like, oh, let's really help Chris, let's really spend a whole day? It's like, yeah, we'll tell you who to go to, who you can contact, who you can pay to advocate on your behalf, make sure that your rights weren't violated. But it's called adults can get criminal attorneys and civil attorneys that are, so happy to pick up the phone and get paid a retainer to advocate. But kids don't have an advocate inside the hotel or outside, thanks to the LAPD.
They don't even know what an advocate is.
I mean, you don't even know you need advocacy because you're so groomed to take the pain. You're so groomed to be tortured. You're so groomed to, with dolls. They groomed us with dolls, with teddy bears. Do it here on a teddy bear. Practice it here. Everyone watching, everyone knows, right? Like these course rooms, it's not like what we're saying happens in a dark corner where no one found out. The whole problem here is that they all find out. I was a supervisor in these course rooms. I supervised these drills. I certified as a 15-year-old people to be doing these interrogations on others. There was nothing that I could have said we were doing wrong at the time because every single last adult acted very confident that what we were doing was very beneficial to everybody, right? But it's called, they all check out their critical thinking skills. As soon as they go through that threshold, the critical thinking skills remain outside because they're not allowed to have a single critical thought. I mean, imagine that. Like if they think critical, if they think this is weird, like shouldn't we rein it back in, or shouldn't this a little too extreme? Two options. Either you have misunderstood words, things that L. Ron Hubbard wrote that you're not understanding, and they get very technical, like, oh, you didn't know the definition of do, and there's 25 definitions of do, and you didn't know the definition number 17, and that's why you don't get it. So it's like a mind trick, it's like a magic trick,
Super gaslighting.
Super gaslighting.
Super gaslighting. And I took the test. Yeah. And I came in here, and they chased me out. And for months I was getting phone calls. Come back in, Michael. Let's finish. Come back in. They don't stop. They don't help me. I was in the industry, and so they knew it. I came in for the free acting classes. Yeah,
I saw they took their sign away with the times. I wanted to show up here right when they were going to walk in.
I have a picture
all the people. Of it. Oh, really? When's the next?
I'll tell you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll see you guys. Okay. Yes, sir. And it's a reality show. That's reality show.
Dude,
it is.
There's no better reality show.
We're all reality characters. Okay.
We didn't ask to be. Literally, like
we're unpaid actors.
Unpaid AF.
Yeah.
And then these guys too. They're even more unpaid. Well, they want to be here. So they can leave anytime they want.
I mean, they could.
Yeah. So I guess I misunderstood when I first started protesting. I thought that if you left, they physically took you into a room.
If you're in the Sea Org, yes.
Oh, really?
If you're a public, no. Right? They don't have the same level of control of the people that are paying them over the people that they've already abducted to be part of their corporate structure.
Yeah.
So they don't take the passports of Tom Cruise and be like, oh, Tom Cruise, give me your... No, that would never happen. They don't touch anything.
He's funding.
But even other people, and let's say just the random people that were driving out, right? They wouldn't do that to them, because they're not as radicalized, and they're not as compromised, and they're not as implicated. So the people that they do
oh my God, that's a Scientologist right there. Excuse me, sir.
Scientology duck.
Comment on the Danny Masterson case?
Did you see any children in there where you were there? Are there any Sea Org members that are children, sir?
Any comment on the child trafficking allegations for Scientology?
Have you read the federal child trafficking lawsuit filed in Florida over 3 minors being brought from other countries? Minors are not adults. Or are adults kids?
He's going into the Golden Crest Apartments.
Golden Crest.
Scientologist. Oh, there's OSA security opening the door for him. OSA security opening the door for him, yep.
Oh yeah, he's gotta walk up the stairs. I give it like a week before all those
Frosted.
frosted up.
Frosty the Snowman.
Frost the windows.
Frosty the Snowman.
Oh, he didn't walk up. He's probably waiting.
He's just gonna sleep on the floor.
OSA, they have a security guard who opened the door for him. Like he came running to open the door.
And this is what you can tell that they're, like the camera situationship is just.
Yeah.
Just acting like you saw an endangered animal.
Oh my God, it's a Scientologist.
We found one, you guys. We are
It's 'cause
finding
they're
them.
rare. Like you hardly see them. They hide. They're like
How long have we been doing this? A long time, you guys. I mean, it's been like, I think this is month 3. Let's see. Could we? Oh, we shouldn't even cross that threshold, probably. Let me see, you guys, if we can do an extendo and see what else we can find.
So guys, that Scientologist
Let's
walked
see.
all the way around just to avoid us.
Look,
Guess
maybe
what?
we can see something. I don't know.
And you know what? I'm gonna wait right here.
Let's see if we can see in there, you guys.
Cause he's waiting. He's waiting for us to leave. Is he or not?
I don't know. Let me check with the chat. Do y'all see anything? Can you see anything or no? Is there anybody there?
Alright guys, that was interesting. That was a Scientologist.
Can you guys let me know in the chat if you guys see anything?
Everybody go spam the like button. We only have 515 likes and 700
Chat,
watches.
just say yes or no. Can you see anybody there? Nada. Okay, there's nada.
Alright, we're gonna walk away now. We're gonna walk away.
But yeah, Chris, that was a good spotting because that briefcase is a dead giveaway that they're taking the services. Because again, you guys
Oh
say,
my God, is that a Scientologist right there?
that looks like a juvie center. And here, you guys, don't forget, private property, parishioners and invited guests only. So this is where the celebrities come in through. This is where Tom Cruise rolls up. This is where Elizabeth Moss rolls up. This is where Nancy Cartwright rolls up. This is where Danny Masterson used to, back in the day, roll up into their little haunted mansion, into their little disgusting, haunted, horrendous hotel from hell. Who's that, you guys? What is that exactly? Some sort of security, some sort of cop. Hello. Who was that? What was he wearing? Was he like an actor playing security guard or?
He said he got that outfit from some spot right there at Six Flags. I know where too, where that jail spot is.
I said say less because I'm gonna go buy one. You're gonna see me pulling up on everyone.
Oh.
See new news. I wanted him to say it. He didn't say it.
Z.
He's lying. What is it?
It's actually Z News.
Z News.
It's Z-E News. Z News.
Come on, you don't even know the right news.
Yo, Jess with the cop uniform from the Halloween store. Not even a Halloween store. That was like a whole actual cop outfit. That's from the official cop store.
That's when you yodeling over there.
He said security washes his car.
Yeah, we're not going anywhere by ourselves, you guys. This is literally just one strand of sidewalk, just so y'all know.
He said the Scientology security washes his car.
Washes
Very
it?
nice, yeah. He said, like they wash your car in their spare time.
That's complete BS. Like, you could tell that's complete BS.
I was like, okay.
They would never do that.
They could get to washing my car too while they're at it.
They would never do that. I'm doing great, you guys. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sitting here with us as we catch a few ducks. But I mean, that guy that was wearing the briefcase, again, it's like you can feel their anger and their pissed offness. They're just like so aggravated. They're like, oh, these people, like, And I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. They feel so misunderstood. They feel so misunderstood because in their world they would just
Oh, he said they watch their car, not wash.
Watch it. Oh, okay. I thought they
That
meant
makes
like a
more
car
sense.
wash.
Yeah,
Like,
that makes
that
more
makes more
sense. Like,
sense. They
watch
will.
your
I mean,
car.
again, they're all about security. They're all about checking everything. They
check it.
work with the cops, and I mean that's in at least Florida and Clearwater. The cops go to them because they have so many cameras everywhere, and they're like, "Oh, this thing happened over here. Oh yeah, here we have the footage. Here you go." So that's the little scheme and scam that they run.
Why,
The
Jessica? Oh, you like that? I don't know,
intimidated
bro,
by
that asked
SPs.
So
Yeah.
I felt bad. He said
She felt bad.
Yeah,
What?
he
For
seemed
what?
too nice. He told him he works for Xenu News, and I'm like, come on.
Wait, who?
That guy dressed up in a cop uniform. He said he got this material from like some spot over there by Six Flags.
Oh, like the uniform?
Yeah.
So he's not a real like security.
East
No.
Clearwater
Nah, he
Police
even had the
Union is
badge
supporting
next to
Mar
it.
Bunker in the next election. Well, yeah,
Well,
you
that's my car
guys,
running,
they
so-
are.
She outed you real quick.
They are supporting
My
Mar
car was up
Bunker,
running,
and
woman,
that's
ran ahead.
great and all, but they have known about all the most disgusting things. Clearwater
My father
is
didn't
the
interrupt
worst.
here, but you think Scientology or Simpson ever wrote any episode about Scientology or anything like that?
Was that?
Like Simpsons ever wrote anything about Scientology? Because you know how Nancy
Oh,
Cartwright-
absolutely not. I mean,
They won't ever say
Nancy
nothing
would
about
never stand for that. Like, again, it's like these people cannot even take a joke about the religion. Their founder
that. Yeah.
makes it so egregious to criticize anything that presses them to be like, that's the worst thing ever. This is the solution
Yeah.
for all humanity. And I mean, again, it's like it's such an infantilized way of cognitive dissonance, right? Because it's like it's just
Yeah, South Park was the only one who threw shots at Scientology.
And
well, and
one
the
other-
Scientologist, what's what's his name?
He quit.
Yeah, what's his name?
He was a high up in Scientology.
Yes, I just forgot his name.
But
He's dead
didn't
now.
he pass away? Like,
Yeah, he's dead.
He took his own life.
Yeah, no, he didn't take his own life, but he was.
Guys,
Do you guys remember the name of the?
The chef? The chef?
I think it was the chef.
Yeah.
He.
Mike Grinder?
No. He's not.
Okay.
Not
I
Mike.
just-
Isaac
Mike
Hayes.
Grinder. Grinder is a
Mike
gay.
Grinder.
Mike Grinder.
Mike
I think his
Grinder.
name was Isaac Hayes.
Isaac
There you
Hayes.
go.
Yeah, somebody
There
said
you
that.
go. That's
Someone said
it.
Matthew Perry or Isaac Hayes.
No, not Matthew Perry. That's fake news.
Okay, yeah, Isaac Hayes.
Isaac Hayes is true
Mike
news.
Grinder.
Mike Grinder.
Hey, I did hear the other Scientologists say that the other time we were in Hollywood Boulevard with the cops were there. We were saying F like Remini, F you,
That was
F
Wicked
Mike
Witch.
Grinder. Yeah,
That was
that
Wicked
guy.
Witch.
And he has a bag from right here too.
Yeah.
Celebrity Center. Well, he's not a real Scientologist. So.
Yeah, he is.
Well, again-
Scientology would never allow.
But Nation of Islam and Scientology are joined forces, and all those characters look so out of place. Like it didn't even make any sense.
Hey, how you doing?
I have a question.
Yep.
What are you guys doing out here?
Oh, we're filming a documentary about Scientology.
Okay, because I saw your live.
Oh, really?
This is you guys, right?
On TikTok,
That's him.
it's
That's
him.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, I just got off work.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I think I know where this is at.
Oh, shoot.
Yeah, this is called the Celebrity Center, and we're
Okay.
raising awareness with the community. I grew up in Scientology as a child, and we're advocating on behalf of kids because what they do in these hotels to kids is actually really, really horrendous.
Okay.
So now that I've come out of this, and all of these guys joined, asking questions. They started at the test center because that was a big recruitment place for them. They would everyone that was walking by, they would pitch, come see a free movie, come see this free. It's always free, right?
Yeah.
And then they would lure them in, and then they try to convert you. And they are targeting kids off the street as well. And,
Okay.
the most common sense thing we can say is kids cannot consent to the role plays pitched by L. Ron Hubbard. L. Ron Hubbard is the founder,
Yeah.
the so-called American-bred God that was a convicted, indicted felon. He got indicted and convicted in France for fraud. He left the country as he was literally going to be taken to jail, and he
Okay.
went floating on a ship,
Okay.
recruited more minors, So this has always been a child trafficking ring.
The Church of Scientology.
The Scientology. They call themselves church and they put a lot of money so people say the word church, but we're pushing back on that false narrative because there's nothing religious about trafficking kids. You know, we can't say the Church of Jeffrey Epstein, like that would be so ridiculous, you know. And Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine are not even like this much of what these people do. These people grab kids from all over the world. Jeffrey, we're grabbing people from, you know, some high school girls from Florida, from broken families, but I came from Mexico. I was trafficked from Mexico. And there's a federal child trafficking lawsuit that you can Google right now in Tampa Bay. 3 kids, one was brought from Australia, Switzerland, and Germany. So it's a multi-international child trafficking ring that traffics minors, lures them in to sign contracts that they are not able to consent to, billion-year contracts. Imagine I signed mine at 15 years old.
Okay.
So we're raising awareness of the community. They don't pay taxes. They abuse minors, and it's indefensible what they're doing. They spend a lot of money on facial recognition because really recognizing faces is really going to help them. And, you know, right now what's also coming up with us standing here being,
the camera.
yeah, with facial recognition.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So now they think you're a protester now. So they're gonna come after you.
I mean, I was never a member of the church, but I have my own opinion about them.
Oh, really?
I grew up in Glendale, and from what I know, that's where the church started, right?
No, it didn't start in Glendale. It started,
The first church of Scientology is in Glendale.
no.
No?
No.
I thought it did.
No, they don't even have anything in Glendale. They don't even have a
Yeah, they
mission
have
there.
on Grand Boulevard.
Oh, really?
Because I went to it.
Well, they might have a mission, but a mission is like their lowest totem pole of the thing. Like this is a big center. Florida's a
Celebrity
big center.
center.
This is a celebrity center, yeah. So, but you're right. On Brand Boulevard, they could have had a mission. That's what
I
they
think it's
called
still
them.
there.
They might still be there.
Yeah. I had my experience with them.
How was it?
Very interesting. I mean, if I had to measure like negative or positive, it was positive on my behalf.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the whole point we're saying, you know. Like,
I felt like they saved my life.
well, then you know
At
what?
the time that I was, I guess, confronted, they came up to me like I was really fucking up. I was on a lot of drugs. I was homeless I was homeless for a while, and then I kind of got myself together, but I was still on drugs. And they approached me and they gave me a stress test.
Yeah.
They told me I was extremely stressed out.
Sure.
And then
I mean, homeless and drugged, and
they told me about energy. That you're born with a certain amount of energy, and that the drugs drain the energy and change your chemical, like your chemistry, your brain chemistry. And not only was I on drugs, I was on psychotropic medication. I was like serotonin reuptake inhibitors. So I was on a lot of stuff when they came up to me, and I started cracking the pills in half, little by little, and I stopped smoking weed. I was doing uppers, I was doing downers, I was stopping the psychotropic medication, and it didn't matter how high I looked or how high I was. They would tell me, "You want to come inside and talk?" And they would feed me. They would talk to me. They were like counselors for me. It was like a counselor, you know. And I really felt like they were helping me. And eventually, I got off of everything. And mentally, I got my mind back, I would say, because of them. Not my doctors, not my psychologists, not my primary care. Nobody helped me as much as they did.
And that's why we're not advocating for adults. That's why we don't care. You have the right to do whatever you want to do as an adult. They're not medically professionals or anything like that, but if it helped you, we're not questioning that, and we don't care, right? Every adult can do whatever they want. That's called adults take choices and go get themselves help wherever. I was trained as an interrogator for these people at age 12.
Okay.
Where I was in Florida, they were training hundreds of kids to interrogate adults. I was born in it.
Okay, so what is it? What is it when? Okay, for example, this is what I'm trying to get to. So I had wisdom tooth pulled. Okay, this is how after I became clear. Right, I stopped doing everything, and they told me I was clear, and I had to be clear for like 3 months. They said before I could start.
Well, actually, no, that's not true. Like clear is a state that you do. You have to do Dianetics. You have to do new era Dianetics. No, like it's not about a book. Like on NED, that's a very advanced thing. Like at first in the mission, they're only gonna give you like Dianetics and little sessions and little tries.
So
but you weren't clear. No, you weren't clear. No, you're not. You're not. Did you do a CCRD?
Did I have a what?
Did you do a CCRD?
What's that?
That's what they would determine if you're clear or
Is that
not.
like the form? The different forms?
Nope, it's a special rundown that you have to do.
Test? Like a Scantron test?
It's not a scan test. No, it's a very specific rundown that you have to pay, you know, probably about $10,000 to receive, and then you can go clear. And then you have to get a certificate that's all white that says your name, and it says.
They just told me you're clear now. I was like, okay. And I had.
No, you misunderstood them. That's completely not how it works.
There was no exchange in money.
Well, then again, it's like again, you did like the most introductory
okay, so you must
thing.
know this what they did. Okay, I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find out because I never really
understood it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had a wisdom tooth pulled out.
Right.
Okay. I had stitches. Okay. And I don't know how this happened. I'm being totally honest with you. Okay. So I'm in the clear. You know, they said, and I was off everything. I was just wisdom tooth pulled it out. It was a Saturday. They gave me Vicodin, dentist. I was at home. It started to hurt after the anesthesia went away, and I had the bottle, and I had a glass of water, and I was about to take half a pill because it was hurting. The anesthesia had worn out. They took a wisdom tooth out. And they called me on the phone. I answered the phone, like, hello? And they're like, hey, is this Randy? I was like, yeah, Randy, what are you doing? I just came from the dentist. I'm about to pop a Vicodin because my tooth hurts. No, don't do it. Come to the center, and we'll take care of the pain. But it hurts. It's like it hurts. Like, no, don't worry about it, because you're clear. They said you're not on anything.
But that doesn't. That's BS. That's BS.
I know that's what they told me at the time.
But I mean that they would get in trouble if they told you that. They're not even allowed to tell people that they're clear like that. That just doesn't make sense.
In fact, I was about to pop the pill. Yeah. The Vicodin, and they called me. I guess it was coincidence, right? Or synchronicity. I don't know what you want to call it.
And then you went to the center?
I went to the center on brand.
Okay.
They sat me in a chair in a room. They sat me in a chair in a room. I sat down, and they said, where's your pain? I go, it's here. Okay. Face your pain to the left side of the wall. Face your pain to the ceiling. Face your pain to the floor. Face your pain behind you. Face your pain to the right. I did that about 5 times. And then they got behind me, went like this, like this, and I shit you not. I tell people this story, people may believe me, people may not believe me, and they went like this. And I felt as if I levitated off the chair. And I said, whoa, what was that? Did you feel that? I was like, yeah. I felt like I levitated off the chair. And he said, how's your pain? And I was like, it's gone. I literally felt the stitches kind of being undone in a way. I felt the swelliness going down. And he told me, you feel the swelliness going down? I was like, yeah. Okay, we're done. And he took the pain away.
But are you a nurse? What are you? Don't you work in the medical?
I'm a technician in the OR.
Okay, got it.
So what, if you know what was that they did?
Well, they
talk about it at work.
They call it a
black magic.
They call it assist, okay?
Yeah.
They call it an assist, and yes, it's look at this, look at that, and whatever. And again, we're not here to question what anyone.
But you know what it is?
It's quackery.
So my pain just.
I mean, whatever you experience, I'm not here to question that. I'll tell you my experience of getting my wisdom teeth pulled in Florida. They pulled all 4 of them, and they sent me with no drugs at all. I was in the most horrendous pain. I had chickman cheeks. I mean, literally, if that was true, then why is every single dentist not doing this magical thing?
I don't remember because they're not
again, I'm not here to question whatever was that you experienced. Yeah, I'm not here to question that. And like I told you, like, you know, you are allowed as an adult to get yourself involved in whatever you want to try. But going back to the point, it's like I was a kid. I got my wisdom teeth taken out by the dentist of Scientology inside the hotel in Florida. And they sent me with no pain at all. Not even, we are not even allowed to take a Tylenol.
Yeah, exactly.
And it was the most nightmare night of my life. The pain that I had, it was just like horrendous. It was horrific torture, you know, because there is no medically trained people, and they're selling quackery and purporting that L. Ron Hubbard, who has no license with medicine, nothing, he was a complete failure that made up all these things, could help people. Again, I'm not here to question.
Me.
And my parents claim they helped them, right? But my parents trafficked me. So how helpful really is it? My parents love it.
You know what? The book, the first time I saw the book, it was in my mom's room. My mom said she had read it. I didn't even know what it was. I must have been like 10 years old. And then the second time I saw it was at the center. And I read maybe the first couple of pages where it talks about the terror incognito of the mind. Right?
Yeah.
And I read that much, but I never read the whole book. I think I still have it.
Yeah, in that book, L. Ron Hubbard says that if a 7-year-old little girl gets kissed by a grown-up, the problem, and she has an adverse reaction to that, it's the 7-year-old girl that has a problem and not the grown-up. So in that literal book, the children are adulticized, you know, and that's just unthinkable and unconscionable to be writing pitches like that and with a straight face purport that you're helping people, because you're normalizing something that is abominable. Like, no 7-year-old girl should be getting kissed by a grown man, and if she doesn't like it, it shouldn't be her fault. Yeah, look at I put it on my community tab on my YouTube channel on at literally Surge. It's there.
Yeah, and they do a lot of good PR. Like in Ukraine, they gave blankets. In Mexico, they give blankets during the earthquake. But that's just PR, you know.
And
they
again,
do a lot of bad.
You ever heard of placebo effect?
Yeah.
You saw something?
Yeah.
Was it a security guard?
No, it was somebody walked by me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it could be a placebo, it could be your experience. Again, we're not here to question adults' experiences with whatever they get out of being part of this, because no one needs to care. Like, if you are loving it and you're consenting and you think that this is helpful for you, we're not here to intervene with that or have a comment. It doesn't matter what we think, right? Like, you had that experience, whatever he thinks, whatever I think, whatever she thinks is irrelevant. But it's kids who cannot consent to being exposed to the role plays that play out in these hotels.
So you believe that they're into things that are illegal?
Well, I know they are, right? Because I was an auditor, and, you know, L. Ron Hubbard, again, wrote on the auditor's code. That's basically the guidelines of how people get audited. He says that you can never let a PC, which is the role play of the person that you're auditing, leave the room on their own determinism. So that's called false imprisonment. And kids end up stuck in those hotels getting interrogated. And if they say, no, I don't want to ask disgusting sexual questions, which is what they were asking us, then they go, well, you got to answer it. You cannot leave. You cannot move. You cannot move your hands. So it's extremely sadistic and it's extremely inappropriate.
So instead of, if you think that's what's going on there, why be here and not like at LAPD and detective child?
Literally, good question. Because I've already been to the Clearwater Police. You know, when you're a trafficking victim, first of all, you've been groomed to take the abuse. So it took me years to even unravel, to understand that all of the things that I did as a child that my parents put up, you know, my parents paid $45,000 to these people so I would become an auditor at 12. They took me out of school illegally because I was in Mexico. I only completed up to 7th grade education. Then they said, oh, let's go to Florida. Then they said, oh, you don't need to go to school. We're going to train you as an auditor instead. Go to that school. And everything looked kind of schoolish. It looked like a campus in Florida. There were tons of other minors getting trained to do what I was doing, the courses. The courses are all trained with little dolls and clay, and everything looks very vanilla. But meanwhile, it isn't vanilla, because you're being groomed to be sadistically abused, and you're being groomed to think that you are in on it. And your parents put you up to it. Like, you think, like, my mom wouldn't want me to be locked up against my will if she saw that that's what she was getting. But all Scientology mothers, all Scientology fathers co-sign for their kids to be exposed to these role plays that are hardcore. There are no boundaries. You cannot say no. You cannot say this is too much. You cannot say I don't like it. You know, and kids cannot be in positions where their comfort level isn't at all being considered, because that's, I mean, if y'all did that in any kind of operating room or any kind of medical setting, it would be atrocious, right? And Scientology goes after, what's that?
The cops would be there right away.
Literally, and that's as they should. It should, like, kids cannot consent. It's like,
So if you're saying that they're doing this, why isn't this place being taped off by the LAPD?
Well, that would be a great question for the LAPD, who did come just a few minutes, you know, just a few hours ago, and literally checked if they had any GUNs on them, because these people say, oh, the people out there have GUNs, and the LAPD has been very corrupt. I mean, watch our channels. There's a false arrest that they did over on Friday. We caught it all on live tape. So the LAPD has been propping up these centers.
They donate like $20,000 a year to LAPD.
So they have a very cozy relationship. And again, they don't know what these audits are. They go, oh, separation of church and state. We cannot have an opinion. The parents consented, so we cannot opine. And yes, that's how they've been getting away with it, right? It's taken kids like myself that I was like, whoa, yo, I was 12. What in the hell happened? And I've gone to the Clearwater Police, because you said, why haven't I gone? I've gone to the Clearwater Police.
That's in Florida.
In Florida, right? But, oh, this happened to you. You know, I think it took me maybe what is it, like almost 15 years after I already had left the hotel. They're like, oh, your statutes of limitations are over. There's no evidence. We interviewed everybody, and they all said that, you know, they don't know what in the hell you were talking about. All this abuse that you're talking about didn't happen. So better luck next lifetime is what we're left with, you know? And it's like, we're not here to make it about ourselves. We're here to be one of the few kids that lives to tell. Like, you know, Lisa Marie Presley's son, Ben Keogh, at 27. Jenny Burpee, another kid. Like, kids, your brain is different than adults. Like, the people that, I mean, like you said, like, you did it, it kind of worked. You didn't feel like, well, that's fine, and that's great.
That if it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be in the position that I am now.
Well, you know what? Go write a success story. See if they take you back. I mean, why did you stop if it worked so well?
Why did I stop what?
The services.
I went maybe 4 or 5 times.
Yeah, but that's not enough. You're not OTA'd. You haven't even done a literal thing.
They never forced me to do anything.
Nobody has to force you, but if you're saying that it helped you so much, why are you not back?
Work?
Or like why didn't you go even further? Because they do a lot of self-improvement.
There's all manner of stuff.
Once I got sober and my life went on, I went on with my life. I never came back. I never brought them.
I mean, but if it worked so well, I mean, we wouldn't have a problem. If it worked so well for you, we're not here to intervene from you going back to them and doing more things and paying more stuff.
I don't think there's anything wrong with just, you know, meet someone, they help you, and you move on with your life. You don't.
Okay, don't make it about yourself. We're talking about kids. Did you not get the part that we're talking about kids?
If you really believe that they're doing that,
I don't believe it. I lived it.
Okay, so why not go to the police department?
Why don't you call them and ask them? Why don't you call them as a concerned citizen, where you go, oh, this guy says that he was trafficked from Mexico. My passport was locked away. Is that a felony, yes or no?
I'm not a lawyer. Neither are you.
Google it. It's called passport being locked is a felony. It's trafficking 101.
Your parents are responsible for you.
Did you not get the part that they signed me to this place? I lost contact with my parents. I lost contact with my parents. Stop telling me that's what I told. I'm experiencing this. I'm a fully class 4 trained auditor. I climbed up the level. I know what in the hell I'm talking about. You are here. You have done almost nothing on this. So don't come and tell me that I don't know what Scientology is. You told us that you were clear. You're not even clear. You didn't know nothing. Like, you got some basic introductory services. That's nothing.
They helped me.
Well, great. Go back. They'll take you. They'll take you to do more courses, to do what they sell. Okay, but if you're so gung-ho about it, then why would you not go back? If it's so helpful for you, why wouldn't you do it more?
Do what?
Get more superpowers. They sell you superpowers in there.
So long story short, You came to ask us a question.
I saw your TikTok. I love
Yeah,
that
yeah,
Norms,
okay,
and I'm
yeah,
like,
yeah.
hey, I think I know where this is at.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Long story short, we're protesting right now.
You're protesting this place.
Scientology, exactly.
Okay.
You're saying that they helped you, but we also believe that they do other bad stuff.
Yeah, I heard what you guys were
Yeah.
saying, so I was like confused.
Yeah. No. So yeah, I get your point. Like, they do PR. Like, they help people get off drugs. They help people in like third world countries, but they also do a lot of bad stuff. So that's why we're here. We're protesting here
In the middle of the night?
in the middle of the night because there's like 300 people in there right now. Believe it or not, there's 300 people in there waiting for us to leave so they could cross the street.
What do you mean?
So they live right there.
You know where they live?
Yeah,
Everybody does.
everybody does. So yeah, look, they own that building. They own that building over there too. I don't know. That one's for the public, and this is for the staff.
Okay.
So the staff are having a staff meeting right now. So we're waiting for the staff to cross the street, but they're waiting for us to leave. So it's a waiting game. So that's why we're here. Because if we get them on camera, they freak out and their brain melts because they hate being on camera. So that's why we're here.
Okay.
So does that answer your question, or?
Kinda. I don't know why you're in the middle of the night.
Because
You came down in the middle of the night.
I was at work.
Okay, so look.
We just got off work too.
And I was on TikTok.
their staff
We went
meeting
this time.
And I saw them on TikTok.
their staff meeting ends at the middle of the night. So that's why we're here at the middle of the night.
That's TikTok social media, right?
Yeah.
but
So I'm
they're
being
not-
social.
Yeah,
Not
no,
on
no, yeah, no.
That's social media.
I-
Right?
And we're being
appreciate
social
what I'm
too.
doing right
We're
now.
literally being social. We're chatting. We're discussing. We're talking to the community. We're
What I'm doing right
being
now is social media.
peaceful
Being
protester.
social.
I get it.
Yeah, you asked why we were here in the middle of the night.
Oh, I saw you on social media, so
Yeah.
that's what I
No,
did.
I appreciate it.
Social media. I'm being social.
Yeah, so
I'm not
look.
being aggressive. I'm not being mean. I'm
Yeah,
not trying to
no,
rob.
No one said that.
I'm just
Calling the cops.
asking.
No one said that.
Yeah,
Calling
no,
the
I get it.
cops.
So,
They do that already.
long story short, their meeting is about to end. What time is it?
So they're having a meeting in the middle of the night?
Exactly.
Yes.
It ends at 1 a.m, 12 o'clock. What time is it?
12:38.
Yeah.
Dang. Should be over soon. So they're waiting for us to leave so they could go to their dorms because they live in bunk beds. Grown adults sleeping on bunk beds, and we're waiting here to get them on camera because there's a lot of children who also work in there.
Okay, I have an idea.
What?
I have an idea.
All right, let's hear it.
I'll go back to the church.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah, I mean, if you want, you can.
I'll go back to the on Sunset.
Yeah.
I'll go there
Hmm.
Yeah, that's good.
and I'll go in and I'll look around.
They're not gonna let you know. You
Oh,
showed
yeah,
up
they're
on
not-
our
you know.
streams.
They're
You
not
showed
gonna
up
let
on
you
our
now.
streams.
Because you talk to us.
They're watching us right now.
Well, there's a camera, yeah.
No,
You're saying what you're
we're
saying.
streaming
Okay.
everything we say. Everything
look,
we do is
I have
recorded.
an idea. Go try it at Sunset and see what they tell you because they're not going to let you in. I'm betting you they're not going to let you in. They're going to recognize you and they're going to say, oh my God, that's the guy who spoke to those 3 people outside of the Celebrity Center. Sir, you have to leave.
Or they're gonna, check out what your intentions are.
Yeah. Or you can try it. Okay.
First of all, you can't even get service if you don't do an A to J check in that facility. At the Mission, yes, on Brand Boulevard, they'll take anybody. But to get into the actual big centers, you have to be pre-qualified. You have to do an A to J check interview. That's what it's called. And in that A to J check interview, the second or third question they ask you is, have you committed any felonies for which you have not been arrested? On the machine, on the e-meter. So you are expected to self-incriminate and look into your past to see if when you were on drugs, if you committed any felonies that the LAPD didn't arrest you for, and then they're going to want to really know about that. Okay, well, that's great, but they're going to vary the question. Well, anything illegal that you've ever done in your life? And if it reads on the machine, it doesn't matter that you say no. If it reads on the machine, the e-meter,
The stress machine.
the e-meter, it's called the e-meter. Yeah.
Oh, you did it?
Oh yeah.
What did they ask you, Dario?
When the what?
Like
That-
they asked you questions,
That's introductory, though. Introductory questions it's all vanilla. At the beginning, it's all vanilla. The vanilla is all just, oh yeah, tell us about this. We really want to help you. It's all the law
Train
bombing.
you how to be an assist?
I'm a class 4 auditor. I
So you
know how to
what
do
they did in
everything.
the room with me
Yeah.
with the chair. You know what? You
Yeah.
heard about that.
Like what he's talking about where he moved his
Wisdom.
face up and
Yeah,
down.
I've done all those assists.
So you know how to do it.
Yeah.
So what is it?
It's, just
It's
nonsense.
quackery.
Quackery.
I think it's just.
I was in a room as a child giving massages to adults in these hotels. They told me that was an assist too. They called it a nerve assist. You have to rub their legs. You have to rub right here. You have to rub all these places. And they, yeah, I get it. You were at the very tiny brand mission in Glendale. That's where nothing happens. What happens is here, where kids end up locked up in hotel rooms, including but not limited to giving massages to adults, where they're paying for it, is in here. It's in the Florida location. It's at the top tier level where everyone is vetted. You cannot come in here. Look at what it says over there. It's parishioners and guests only, like invited guests only. Like you cannot just walk in.
Sunset, what is that? A church? It's a church.
That's another one of their advanced places. Like you don't just walk in there and they're gonna.
I have.
I really
Great.
Tell you.
Have a seat. You want water?
Yeah.
I was like, yeah.
It's because there's levels.
It's love bombing. They do love bombing at first. Everything looks so great at the beginning. It's all granola.
I was like,
Yeah, of course they do that. I mean that was the drill.
Like 10 minutes. You tried to sell me a book. I
That's
said
what
I
they
have
try
money,
to
and I
sell
walked
you.
away.
Sell you, yeah.
Tried to sell me a
Keyword
book.
sell
I
you.
was like, no,
They're,
I don't have money right now. They're like, okay,
oh,
well.
so you could get out. That's why it's 10 minutes.
I was
Look,
like,
look,
about
look.
10, 15, 20 minutes.
Next,
maybe?
Yeah.
like, I'm willing to bet you
Yeah, because you wouldn't buy the book.
next time walk inside and be like, hey, you know what's up? Like I've done some of your courses, blah blah. I heard you guys traffic children. Immediately they're gonna ask you to leave. I'm willing to bet you. Just go ahead and ask them. Like there's a security guard right there if you want to ask them. Because the moment you ask them questions, they become hostile.
Yeah, you're not with us. You're not a protester. They can't trespass you. I mean,
Do you think they're watching you on TikTok right now?
Oh, they are.
we know that. Her account just got canceled with 1.1 million followers.
Private investigators follow me. They put tracker on my, yeah.
Yeah, no, like look,
I'm
they're
just making it
following
up.
us.
They know exactly where I am at all times.
We have videos of us speaking to Scientology members and the security's coming down and taking them by the arms and dragging them inside the building so they don't speak to us. Here.
The blue
At every
building celebrity.
location.
Sunset.
Sunset.
Oh, it
What's it
actually
called?
happened here once.
Oh,
Here.
wow, Upper Way?
The
Sunset in Vermont. Sunset in Vermont.
What's that? What is that building?
The Scientology building is the Church of Scientology.
The big blue one.
Yeah, that one.
So look, I'm willing to bet you walk inside. There's this guard right there if you want to ask him. We'll ask him, hey, do you guys traffic children? Immediately, they're either going to laugh it off and say, no, what are you talking about? Or they're going to ask you to leave. Because be like, I saw you guys on TikTok. I think, just keep pushing it and they're going to ask you to leave.
That's kind of like a weird question to ask anybody.
Yeah, but you go to a Catholic
I
church.
have no evidence.
You go to a Catholic church and they're going to be like, what are
I
you
think
talking
if you
about?
go to like a Mormon church, do the same thing. You go to a Catholic church, do the same thing. They're gonna be like, can you leave?
But no,
That's
any
church would do that.
most
Anybody.
churches are going to talk to you about their faith. These guys won't.
I don't know much about them. I just know they as far as I know, they did help me. It wasn't like a negative experience.
It's because they have shell corporations where they help people. Like, what is it called? Narconon, what you did? Okay, so they have
He was just at the mission. And again, if you're homeless, if you don't have a lot of money, they don't give an F about you. Just so you know. Scientology is to make the able more able. They want people that have a lot of money. They want people that have a lot of status. People that, they can really get.
Like I said, I wouldn't be where I am if I don't believe.
Well, go back. Go back.
I am. I'm gonna ask.
Good.
I'm gonna input.
Well, let us.
You're doing the Sea Org.
Yeah, you should join the Sea Org. Why not?
The Sea Org.
The Sea Org. It's a $1 billion contract.
No, that's like their staff. That's what they call it.
Because I know they have like a ship, right?
Yeah, they have a ship.
Yeah, they told me about it.
Yeah, Google the child trafficking lawsuit of
Or just-
kids
just-
being sent there
Right.
from Florida to that ship.
If you don't want to believe us,
No, I'm not saying I don't. I
I mean, you just look it up. It is.
60
there's
Minutes
Google, it's free.
Australia, they've done a lot of documentaries about it. 60 Minutes Australia, that's a very big news source. So they're more official than us.
So there's more of you people that are protesting like at other centers.
There's like
Probably like 100 people, yeah.
100 people. Okay.
Spread
Well,
out.
there's-
We're unorganized.
There's 100 people and everyone that watches our live streams that are protesting with
The
us.
movement has like 10,000 people. But we're unorganized. We're not official.
There's thousands of people who watch every day.
Exactly. So anyways, my point is, go do your own research. Go to the building, ask them questions, and they're gonna ask you to leave.
No.
And if
Like
Yeah.
I said, I'm gonna be a member. I'm gonna go in.
I think
I'm
you
gonna do
should
the whole
become a
night,
member.
and I'm gonna snoop
Good idea.
around.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
a very good idea.
I'm not gonna tell
I think
them,
you
hey,
should
I
be
heard
one
you
of the
guys are
recruiters
doing
on the
this and that.
boulevard.
yeah. I mean,
They
yeah.
come up to me all the time.
That would be a
for lunch.
great idea.
Yeah, they want your money.
I work across the street. I work
Yeah.
at Kaiser.
How about you ask them
Kaiser?
this question?
Yeah.
Ask them, what are your thoughts about the people who come outside and protest against you?
Tell
That's a
them what?
respectful question.
Tell them what?
Ask
Ask
them, what are your thoughts on those people outside with their phones recording you guys?
And that's a respectful question. That's not weird. You're asking them what their opinion is on us, and I want you to have their perspective.
What do you think about people that are outside protesting?
Yeah. They're gonna tell you, they're just TikTokers recording, they make money. Because I've asked them that I've done fake calls and they say the same thing.
Okay.
But they might recognize you because now you're on their streams.
I hope not.
And if
'Cause I
they
hope
tell
you
you
could join.
that we're
to be
trying to
honest.
Watch
To
them
be
come
honest,
out of
I
that
really-
building. I'm gonna wave.
Yeah, I think
Watch.
it's a good idea.
1 in the morning, I'll be like, "What's up, you guys?"
I'm gonna be happy for
Hey, if
you.
you go in there, you might meet Tom Cruise.
Oh, the actor.
Yeah.
There you guys. It's a plan.
God, why are we giving this attention? Like, I can't believe the patience you guys have because I don't have that patience.
All right, man. It was nice to meet you, dog.
Stay warm.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
You guys got some crazy patience. I don't know how you dealt with that.
Well, it's
For you to
part
keep
it's
going.
part of the process to handle pushback, right? Like people can push back on what we're doing. Like we're not gonna run away from people, and we're not gonna sneer at them because they're asking they're allowed to ask questions.
Yeah.
What are you
It's-
doing?
It's the stupidest questions I ever heard.
Sure, but we have to have the patience because
I
we're
don't have
never.
patience.
We'll answer them.
It's all right, Jess.
I mean,
What?
I said there was nothing else going on anyway.
yeah, there was nothing
Hey,
else going
what
on.
there was there 2 cars on the other side earlier?
What do you mean, like
There was
parked
a
over there?
BMW and
There was a white. Oh my god.
Oh my
Is that a
gosh.
Scientologist?
Oh,
Sir, are you a
Scientologist.
Scientologist?
Oh, the poor guy. The poor guy.
Wait, so there's 2 cars over there? Because there was just a white BMW SUV earlier.
just a white BMW only?
What was there now?
There's another one. It's a
All
gray
right, guys
one.
in the
What kind of
chat,
car
I'm
was
sorry
it,
you
Chuck?
had to listen to that guy. I hope it didn't ruin your night too
I
much.
didn't even realize the camera was on.
yeah, but we have to take their questions, and we have to,
Forward focus.
And it was great because you know what? We validated tonight that if you're an adult, if you want to do it, we're not here to. We don't care. We don't
I
care.
actually encourage him to join.
Literally, you're like, why?
I think
You're a
anybody
perfect
like him-
candidate.
Anybody like him should be filling up that church.
Well, and you know what? Somebody with that level of gung-ho-ness does qualify to be there. That's how you have to be. That's how you have to be. Like, they go, oh, okay, so you get it. Okay, then you come. You get this. You get us.
Yeah.
That's who qualifies to be there.
He's like, I was only in there for 10 minutes. And then I said I didn't have money for the book. And that was it. I'm like,
Well,
yeah.
and he
you
works
suck,
as a
man.
medical professional in OR, and he thinks that the quackery he experienced, the
Yeah,
placebo
he thought that
effect.
He works at a hospital, but thought,
He's watching the stream.
Sure.
oh, he's right there.
I mean, literally, we're
Oh, you got it
listening.
back.
No, that's not him.
That's him.
No.
Oh, no, that's not him. Did he leave?
No,
The other guy
white
left?
car.
Watch
white
the
car.
stream. Everyone, we're literally don't have anything we won't tell it to your face. You can watch it on the stream. We record it. We leave it. Everything we say is recorded. Like,
He's the guy in the white car. And he said he was watching you guys on TikTok, but you're not even on TikTok, so
I'm on TikTok.
yeah. But
Yeah, I think he's just really gullible.
and that's who needs to join.
I agree.
Like, and adults that are gullible, there's a bunch of them. Fine. Like, you love it in there. No one.
he's like, kids are trafficked. Oh, it's fine because they magically cured my whatever the hell he's talking about. Like, okay, way
It's
to make
like-
it all about yourself there, buddy.
When we were at Information Center, there was a Mexican guy with family, and he's like, "Why are you guys protesting Scientology?" Like, "Oh, because they do this, and that." Well, in Mexico during the earthquake, they gave us blankets and food. What did you do?
Oh my! Are you talking about the guy over at the other building when he
Yeah,
told me to
with
go?
with his
Yeah,
daughter?
yeah.
He had his
No,
family.
no. This
No?
guy was by himself at the where those motherships are or whatever.
Oh,
and he
yeah.
told me, he's like, "Why are you guys standing out here making noise?" And I told him it was a security guard guy.
Oh, you talking about security
Yeah,
guard?
and he
Oh,
told
why
me
are we not
he told
standing
me if
outside
you
the
have a
border?
problem, go stand at the border. I was like, and then Will came the next day and was like shoving his phone in his face, and he's like, "You want her to go stand at the border?" And I haven't seen him since.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
think he's hiding inside now.
Yeah.
You
Well,
tried telling the other security to come press us too, and that security didn't even care.
Yeah, the other security literally came out and brought me water. He's like, "I'm sorry, you had to deal with that." And like,
Probably tired of his own poetry.
And his other friend that was standing there the next day, literally, as like Will was like yelling at him or whatever, was just like laughing in his face, like
Wait.
literally cracking up.
Wait, were they the hotel security?
Yeah,
or
the hotel
oh,
security.
okay.
For the Knickerboxer or whatever the heck it's called.
Yeah. Well, anyways, so yeah, at Information Center there was like a Mexican guy with his family visiting California, and he's like, "Why are you guys protesting Scientology? Like Scientology helped Mexico during the earthquake." And I was like, "Well, yeah, that's one of their PR stunts. They did that for Ukraine. They don't care about Ukraine." And he's like, "Well, what do you do for Mexico during the earthquake?" I'm like, "We're not here for that." And there were some dumb kids like there, like they wanted to fight him. Remember?
Oh yeah. Dude, that's the guy I want to go pipe down.
Yeah.
I ended up talking to him and stuff, and talking to him inside. I was like, "Look, my apologies for those little kids. Like, we're not a part of them. We're over here talking about the building and shutting down what they truly do." And he said, "Yeah, man, I understand." He said he actually looked into it and he believes what someone was saying, but he doesn't understand how they're bad. And they gave him money out of Mexico and helped him when there was like a large flooding over there.
He definitely went around the corner to smoke, guys.
But what I had to include about that, I think his wife for sure like was part of Scientology to the max, because every time he would go against her, like he'll be like, "No, but they're not lying. They do human trafficking," and she'll shut him up quick. She'll go like this. No, she'll go like that. She'll be like, "No,
Really?
that's not true. That's not true. That's not what happens." And I'll be like, "Okay, like the wife shutting you up at that."
They have a lot of centers in Mexico, no? Like Guadalajara.
You go around the corner to smoke?
They have a lot of centers, yeah. I mean, that's where I got. That's where I was born, in the center.
They just get like the filthy.
And at the time, guess what? They had a castle in Mexico.
A what?
When I was born, they had a castle in
No
Mexico.
way, like
Like an actual old castle was where they were. They didn't own it though, because they were poor back then.
Yeah.
Back then, they didn't, like in the late 70s, they didn't really have money, but
But they rented it.
they rented it, yeah.
Oh yeah, I am, but I
But
didn't
they go after the rich people in Mexico.
I was going to say his eyes are way
Very
too,
rich people are involved. Very rich people, just like Nexium, just like all these
Why she
places. It's a
calling you out again for real?
network. I mean,
So
it's like it's a millionaires club.
Yeah, that's the third time already, huh?
It's a millionaires club. It's all these millionaires that are at the very top of the pyramid scheme that get all the perks.
Yeah.
And then all these people are just so lucky to be
Yeah.
also part of the membership, and they get off on it. They feel special. I mean, somebody like him would feel very special.
Because they treat you like a king.
Not really though. They're just the fact that you're there. Just like Soho House, right? Like people feel very special just because they have the ability to go in there and you don't.
Yeah.
You're not a member. You haven't been vetted. You're not part of this. Like you're nobody, right? Like it's that whole idea of
it's
like
a membership, like exclusive club, and they feel cool to be a part of it.
you feel. Yeah, exactly. That's what they're getting off on.
Like,
You know,
I got approved to be a Scientologist, and you didn't.
you're not like us. You're not approved. We're better. We've been vetted. You're not vetted. We're very ethical here. You're not very out ethical. Like,
Do they have weird parties like with masks and stuff like that?
I mean,
No, chat, they don't.
I mean, but
That's so.
they don't need to. They don't need to, right? It's like everything that happens, they do without a mask inside of the hotel.
Yeah.
They're not pressed. Who's gonna see? Who's gonna say no? Who's gonna raise any kind of flags? Nobody, because the whole thing is no one can say anything. And then they're just so happy to be accepted and be part of it that they're getting off on just that fact.
Hell, they should.
All right, guys.
Nah, that's just like in the movies and stuff.
It's almost 1 o'clock.
It's
It's 1 a.m. They said braids to look better. They said your braids look better.
Whatever.
braids look better.
Dude, the chat keeps saying like, "Oh, let Chris do a fit check." But anyways, yeah. All right, guys, it's 1 o'clock. They should be coming out any second within the next 3 hours.
Within the next 3 hours, yeah. He's been saying any second since 11 o'clock.
Well, you never know.
I wonder who that other car was in the front. It's a great Ford.
Did it have his plates covered?
No.
Did you get him?
Yeah.
All right. Oh, man.
I'm going with you, bro.
I'm willing to wait all night. I have something to do at 8:30 in the morning. That's it.
Damn. Hold on a second.
went to 5 places today, so they're freaking out. Oh, here.
This code who does that. Okay.
They're freaking out, huh?
They're freaking out, but they're just stuck in there.
Yeah.
You know. So we'll see. Let me say guide to these guys. All right, you guys. You guys. Buenas noches. Buenas noches hasta mañana. Good work today, you guys. All right, you guys. I'm gonna go find Michael.
Yes, sir.
Cheers. So. When does Search sleep? I sleep, you guys. I do sleep, believe it or not. I sleep a lot more than I slept when I was in Scientology. Because I run my own schedule now, right? At least I have the freedom to decide when I want to go to sleep and when I don't. So, but thank you so much for all of your encouragement. Good night, sleep well. All of you too. Scientology Celebrity Center. Why is this place called Celebrity Center in a church? In what world? And let's check out La Pubelle, a place that's mentioned in Danny Masterson's court case, because they used to show up here. And I really don't. What else are you guys saying? I worry about those out guys, especially when they are very many of you. Yeah, you guys, but again, there's many of you holding space for us in these chats, and that is their kryptonite. They cannot do something pathetically stupid, because even when they did something horrendous to Aaron, you know, they've been put in their place. The leadership of the LAPD, the dinosaur leadership of the LAPD that hasn't actually caught up to technology, that hasn't actually figured out that they can be live streamed, that they can be literally held accountable for everything they do, are finding out and getting in trouble for doing these people's bidding. So we do feel protected. We do feel that all of you showing up for our chats is what's making the difference and why we're showing up. You ready?
I'm ready, boobies.
Okay. So it's the fact that y'all are here that, I mean, yeah, the LAPD shows up for fake calls. They showed up tonight because Scientology said again that we had a GUN.
Were they there? Did I miss them?
No, that happened before we got in there.
Oh, okay.
Scientology called them about that, and they patted down Chris and ECQ. So, but I mean, again, it's like they can't do anything. They are paralyzed. They are paralyzed. They're still being little lapdogs, but I mean, how effective are lapdogs that can only come and intimidate nobody? Because no one's getting intimidated anymore. 1 second, you guys. Hi, Casey. Everyone's saying hi to you.
Hi, guys. It's funny, I had my live chat on, and then I went to my YouTube channel to answer some of my chats, but for some reason my chats didn't carry over to the YouTube channel after it being on StreamYard.
You have to change your settings.
Yeah, there's some I see. I'm still learning, you guys. I mean, because I saw them on StreamYard, but I don't see them on. They don't show up on YouTube.
I love the intimidate them back. Seeing all videos of the cult terrorism, terrorizing people is infuriating. Yes, Minnie. Well, you know, and we're not here to even intimidate them, you guys. We're just here to set the record straight, and we can handle questions, we can handle pushback. That's why I told Jessica, like, don't get frustrated. They have the right, anybody has the right to ask questions about this protest, and we don't have the right to tell them that they should be asking stupid questions because, you know,
for them it's not stupid, they just don't know.
And well, did you see her?
Yeah, it's watching. And the guy just didn't know. I mean, he was just, you know, like you said, it was like it's all puffery in the very beginning. They're all like super sweet and love bombing and all that. And, oh, I feel like it's helped me and all that. But once again, he doesn't even know what's going on behind the scenes.
And if it helped them, we don't care. You know what I mean? I'm not here to argue about people's adult experiences, and whatever got them off being in part of these hotels. It's just not something that we would be up late at night having conversations about, because that just sounds like the most pointless, idiotic thing, to be honest. Exactly. No two question is too stupid. We answer questions and Scientology does not. That's right. And that's what's on the record now. We will take questions. We will actually take questions. I don't know if they jam it, you guys. I don't know if they have that. I don't know if they have that capability. I mean, they would definitely use it if they could, for sure.
Well, the technology is out there, and I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't have it. You know, that's all I can say. Can
anyone come down and protest? Yes, anyone can. I was never in Scientology, but I had a severely traumatic history. Yeah, Spirited Dragonfly. This is a decentralized movement with zero shred of leadership. You know, everyone in America is allowed to exercise their First Amendment rights and go out to the street. You can't trespass them. You can't touch them. You can't hurt them. You can't do anything illegal. And, you know, the LAPD already knows that. All the leadership at the LAPD have been advised what our intentions are. We raise questions. We demand answers, but the only demands we can make is from a corner of a street. Nothing else. We don't have any more power. There's no more powers granted to us by the Constitution. We don't have any more rights. We have no rights to put people in handcuffs, no matter how many things we can allege they did. You know, like, that's not how the society works. The power lies on the people that have the law enforcement that are supposed to be following due process. Never mind that due process is nowhere to be found whenever they come and intimidate us. But I think part of this movement and part of why y'all are here with us till the wee hours of the night is because, you know, we get each other. Real recognizes real, and your trauma, even if it didn't have the brand of Scientology, it's still the same thing. It's abusive people, abusing power dynamics, squashing you, making you think that you're the one with the problem. It's gaslighting 101. And you don't have to be a Scientologist to be a gaslighter. Anybody can be a gaslighter. Thank you, Dub. Thank you, Katie Pie.
Hey, guys. I want to share with you what I heard today on Aaron's channel, you know, because of the false arrest this last week. You know, everybody's like, you need to put a complaint in against that sergeant. And he was going to go in. He was talking to someone, I don't know who he was speaking with, but they said, don't do it just yet because they have a loophole. And the loophole is once a complaint's been filed, that keeps them from having to answer any questions to the public, to any one that wants to file a complaint to find out more about the case. And so they have 365 days until that complaint is over. And so we found out today, Aaron had Streets on, and Street says this is a loophole that they take advantage of, is they actually, it seems like they might have already filed their own complaint about this sergeant to start it, because it keeps them behind a glass wall that they can't say anything for the next year. And then they don't complete the investigation until the day 364, so that the public can appeal, because on day 365 the case is closed. That's what they're doing.
So shenanigans, and more shenanigans. There is no transparency, there's no accountability, and there's no justice. There's just grotesque abuse of the system by people that would be abusing us in much more dangerous ways if y'all were not watching over us. That's the only thing that's holding them back. The consequences of them being on live stream, the consequences on not being able to wash this off with gaslighting the way they usually do. Lawfare instead of lawful. Good point. Thank you, Selma. We appreciate you watching from all the way to the Netherlands. At least it's still the daytime now for you. Rocking the recovery. That's what it's called, you guys. So it's part of your recovery journey to be able to become an advocate, because that's how you take your power back. When you're able to call out all the disgusting dysfunction that you saw, is how you get your power back. So we're all in recovery right now. What's the LAPD so scared of? Exactly, you guys. I mean,
The truth.
But I mean, again, it's like, what was in these fruit baskets that the LAPD's been getting that's got them all completely kneecapped? What else are they getting out of this?
Did I hear Hellcat say that they donate $20,000 to their department a year or something like that?
Yep, they have photos of, I mean, now they don't, right? Like now, all of this has changed, you guys.
Oh yeah, they're
For
backing off
years
all that
now,
probably,
for
yeah.
years they were completely willing to show up everywhere, be all cozy, pretend they're doing great work with the community and la la la. But now they wouldn't do that. The people knowing the truth, that's what scares them. Yep, that's exactly right. Shout out to Case in the house and Not That Helling and all our wonderful moderators. Thank you guys for staying with us and answering everyone's questions. We really appreciate it.
Jackie, you are a rock star. You know, I've been watching you, and it's just how special to have you on board and just be part of the support team.
And definitely comment on Michael's thing so that I can add you, because again, I can't add you as a moderator on his streams yet because of that technicality that we circumvented. Massive class action suit one day would be good. Yeah, Minnie, I mean, the class action suit is honestly so down the road, honestly, because it's the criminal investigations what needs to be done. We're not interested in, because the class action lawsuits are just end up getting handled in civil court, and this isn't a civil matter, this is a criminal matter. There's kids that were trafficked, there's hundreds of examples. They've all been told they deserved it. They've all been told they signed binding contracts at 15, at 13, at 12. And, you know, once we have the criminal conviction on these people, then any civil attorneys can jump on and advocate and get whatever type of money they can. But before that, it just doesn't make any sense because the courts just, you know, try to shut you up by agreeing that as long as they pay you a lot of money, then you shut the hell up.
You end up having to sign some sort of NDA saying that you won't talk about it once you receive a settlement. So you don't want to have that class action before the criminal case. You definitely want to have a criminal case first so that the truth is out.
Past statutes of limitations, yeah, Melissa, then they also bring that up, especially like in Florida. They have horrible statutes of limitations in place so that the courts don't have to do their jobs. The statutes of limitations have been put there to enable predators to be predators. This idea that they really want to uphold the justice by setting up some arbitrary number of how these people abuse you, and you know, it's all by design that you get abused and that you don't wake up to the facts. That's by design. That's not by mistake. So, you know, we literally, as victims, we got victimized at the hotel. We got victimized by the police. We got victimized by the courts. Like, there's no one fighting for us except for y'all. So thank you for giving us your night and keeping us safe and showing up whenever we put a live. We really appreciate if you set up the notifications, because you guys are our security team now. You know, if I go live at a random time, you guys just check in. Even if you're not able to, my lives go for long and you're not expected to ever have to watch through all of it. Although a lot of you are really holding the space for the 4.5-hour chat that we had today about the similarities and the differences between Scientology parents and Mormon parents, like Ruby Franke, disgusting child abuser Ruby Franke, that, didn't get the justice she should have really gotten, because she used that little YouTube money, the millions and millions, to have, crooked attorneys. Well, not crooked. I mean, you're allowed to pay an attorney to get you off. I mean, whatever their deal is that they make, we can have an opinion to think that that's not justice served, but the system is the system. But the point is that when we go live in the middle of the night, in the middle of any kind of random time, just make sure that it's not to record a crime or anything like that being perpetrated on us, because we're very aware that these people are pressed AF, and they should know that every time we go live, they're going to be literally seeing what in the hell they're doing. And if they're caught in the act, they're caught in the act. And that's what we need the most, to be honest. Like, just witnesses, people that have our back and can see it. Because
you guys are doing just an incredible job just being here. Just today, just noticing that they put this green vinyl all around their fences so that you can't look through and see the property, is just showing that our baby steps are just, going forward. They're not going backwards. We're going forward. So thank you for, helping us with the baby steps, because they're feeling it and they just don't know how to react to it. And they're doing who knows what's going on, but they're scrambling right now.
Thank you, Sheriff High Vibes. Thank you, Emma. That's very sweet. Support for Sergeant Michael. Lots of love from the UK, guys. Thank you, Emma. We really appreciate it. Oh, thank you, Katie Pie. I'm glad that you were able to sub us well. We're all working together for the same cause, as we talked to that guy today. And the LAPD leadership can also chill the F up. No one wants to infringe upon the rights of adults to lock themselves up inside of those hotels. We're questioning why minors end up in that situation. Period. Full stop. If the LAPD leadership can really go to their PR department and type something up that really explains to us why that's going on with kids, then we will shut the hell up. But so far, there's no explanation given to that. Spirited Dragonfly, yeah. Oh. You legally search is struck. Who? I'm not sure what happens in that reading room in Riverside. Thank you, Selma. Mother of cats. Yes. 6 years I've been waiting to get to criminal court. That's the thing, you guys. It's like, not only is the victim victimized, not only are we the ones that have the literal bad luck of getting abused, then we have to deal with these courts. And it is a lot, but you know what? Things are changing. Times are changing, you guys, because the power lies in the receipts that you get. And video recording is the top tier receipt. Everyone can play dumb while there's nothing to show. Corrupt cops everywhere, my son. I'm sorry to hear that, Spirit Dragonfly. I mean, yeah, the injustices are everywhere, but you know what? Encourage people to have a way to record wherever anything is going on. Just record it. That's your biggest weapon against disgusting people. No disgusting person wants to be caught on tape. That ruins the fun for them. They can only have you as a real good victim when no one can tell what in the hell they're doing. Correct, June. They're not a religion at all. They're a fake 501c that traffics kids, enabled and aided and abetted by the Clearwater Police, by the LAPD, and by all their little frenzy wensies. I watched you 3-hour show on Tom Cruise and Disconnected Family. Really interesting. Are you doing more on that? Oh, thank you, Cali Blue. Good to see you. I haven't seen you for a while. Yeah, we're going to take that up. We're going to do the whole thing, you guys. But there's so much context to add, so it's going to take a while. But we're going to do that a whole thing in parts. So we're going to go back to that one probably tomorrow. There's just so much to talk about, And I really felt that I kept getting DMs from you guys about Ruby Frankie, and we're also putting the pressure on the Scientology parents. The Scientology parents can make this stop. The Scientology parents that were part of this were paid members that know everything we're talking about is happening, can make this stop. But they are not making themselves part of this conversations, you guys. They're literally expecting the kids that they abused to have to carry their water for them. And we're used to that. We're literally used to that since we were born. We had to be their parents since we were born. They infantilized themselves, and we had to pay that literal price. Serge, can you put some long playlists on your channel? Yes, you guys, you know what? It's like I have to figure out the whole playlist thing and whatever. I know my channel's not optimized at all, but absolutely, I have to figure it out. It's not a cult. It's not a religion. It's a cult. Yes. You guys are the heroes. You guys are the ones that are showing up in our lives. So we all are in this journey together, advocating for our inner child, for our younger selves. We're being the change we want to see. We're not complaining. We're just exercising the little bit shred of rights that we have. That's all it is, right? Oh, thank you. Oh, really? I definitely love putting the playlist. Okay.
Yeah, you guys, if there's someone out there that knows YouTube really well and is real technical and can give us a helping hand, we would love it. I would love it, because I know that I need to optimize my and just set it up, properly. And there's still areas that I don't know. So if someone's out there is a little brainiac that can reach out and volunteer and give us some time and just show us how to do things, I would greatly appreciate it.
You guys are all, they all go to sleep with our live streams. That is so funny. I never heard of that. So that's great, you guys. So we just got home, you guys, and we have top tier security. So Scientology is completely being surveilled. We're now in our safe home. I hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful evening. Thank you for staying with us till the bitter end, to the wonderful flip side, you guys. Have a wonderful night, and we'll see you all extremely soon. Bye-bye.
Bye, guys.